We're gonna kick off today with top 10. We have top 10 this week. Shout out to Turntable Charts. Hi, Belema. Belema is up. What's good?
Hello, everybody. I thought Twitter wasn't working. Let me not lie to you because I kept opening and closing Twitter.
Hello.
Uh,
Now we
it's
here. We here.
Now you know how it feels, have you?
How now?
no, wait. Now I
Harry.
know how it feels. When
I we say we kicked him off last week, man.
No, not even that. Like I'm always struggling with Elon's Twitter, bro. Every time I come here, every fucking time.
Alright, man. Alright, it is what it is. We'll get into it. We'll get into it. Kicking off today, man, we have top 10 turntable charts, the only aggregate chart system currently in the country, putting together radio and streaming numbers. We have some activity outside of the top 10 this week, ladies and gentlemen. Olamide has 15 tracks outside the top 10, ranging.
Bombo clocks?
Yes.
What?
Outside the top 10, 15 tracks.
15 tracks outside the top 10. Then how many tracks are on the
How many
album?
not enter the 10?
Okay, wait.
The question is how many tracks are on the album if 15 are outside the 10?
Isn't it like 16?
It's 17, I think.
Oh,
It's
17.
Yeah.
So 2. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, with Kai, with Wizkid at number 12, okay, to the prelude with Fortune, around 80 to 90 region of the chart. So it's ranging from 12 to 80 to 90, roughly, for the 15 tracks. All right. Exact positions. Yeah, shout out Fortune. Exact positions of new entries and are ascertained following the removal of recurrent tracks on top 100. Next activity item outside of the top 10, we have Glory by Victoni, debuts at number 27. Shout out to Victoni on that one. Another item is Ribena and Shodays Goddamn hits a new peak of number 28 in its second week on the chart. How are you feeling about top 10 or at least activity outside top 10 this week? Victoni, 27.
Big shout out to Rabina and Sode. I mean, I know if Taj is on the speaker or wherever now, I'll be so proud of them. So on behalf of Taj and the Street Boys,
Yeah, man. Shout out to the Street
yeah, big
Boys.
shout out to them, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, big shout out to them. I'm proud of them, man.
Dope stuff. All right, we can dive into the top 10 this week. The top 10 kicks off with My Darling by Chella at number 10. Lifts from number 12 to number 10. The song led the chart for a single week earlier this year. So shout out to My Darling by Chella. At number 9, we have a song backtracking from number 6 to number 9 with Kiss Daniels, Aljana, featuring Odmood Black and Bella Shmurda at number 9 this week. Okay, at number 8, a former number 5 from last week, Young John's Cheche featuring Ashake, dips from number 5 to number 8 this week. Moving up to number 7, we have Shay Vibes with Pressure, falls from number 3 to number 7 in its 6th week on the chart after topping the chart for 2 weeks. Okay, and at number 6 this week, we have Shally Poppy and Burna Boy with Lahore 2 rebounding from number 8 to number 6. All right, we're about to get into the top 5. At number 5 this week, we have Benson's Very Soon featuring Fola retreats from number 4 to number 5 in its 3rd week on the charts. And at number 4 this week, ladies and gentlemen, we have a debut. We have a debut with Famous Pluto's Ewo featuring Shally Poppy and Zeri DL. The trio are siblings, launching at number 4 on this week's official top 100 with 3.03 million on-demand streams, making it number 1 on streaming, and 10.6 million in radio reach, making it number 89 on radio. Quite the disparity between radio and streaming there. But that's fire, man. Shout out to Famous Pluto, the Zuma brothers, Shally and Zeri, for that record at number 4 this week. And at number 3, ladies and gentlemen, we have a former number 1, we have Davido and Omale with You. Drops from number 2 to number 3. It leads the official radio chart for a total of 9 weeks with 73.5 million in radio airplay impressions. All right, good looking for With You by Davido and Omale on that one. And this week's number 2 on the chart, we have Olamide featuring Wizkid and Daku with Billionaire's Club. It lifts to a new peak of number 2 on the official singles chart in Nigeria. It tallied 2.74 million on-demand streams, making it number 3 on streaming, and 55.1 million in radio reach, making it number 6 on radio. Billionaire's Club marks the second single off Olamide, the album, featuring Wizkid, to peak at number 2 on the top 100. Kai debuted and peaked at number 2 earlier in the year. Daku earns her highest charting single in Nigeria with Billionaire's Club, surpassing the number 3 peak of Favorite Girl. Alright, that's this week's number 2, Olamide featuring Wizkid and Daku with Billionaire's Club. And that brings us to number 1 on this week's turntable chart. But before we do that, let's do a quick recap on this week's top 10. At number 10, we had My Darling by Chella. At number 9, we had Kiss Daniel with Aljana featuring Odumodu Black and Bella Shmurda. At number 8, we had Cheche by Young John featuring Ashake. At number 7, we had Pressure by Sheyi Vibes. And at number 6, we had Shally Poppies, Lahore 2 with Burna Boy. At number 5, we had Benson and Fola with Very Soon. At number 4, we had the trio, Famous Pluto, Shally Poppy, and Zeridia with Ewo. And at number 3, we had With You by Davido and Omale. Number 2, Olamide featuring Wizkid and Davido with Billionaire's Club. And at this week's number 1, ladies and gentlemen, we have the star-studded 99, Olamide featuring Ashake, Daycom, and Sheyi Vibes and Young John, logs a second week at number 1 on the official top 100 after tallying 2.80 million on-demand streams, making it number 2 on streaming, and 67.4 million in radio airplay impressions, making it number 2 on radio. It is the first number 1 single off the artist's latest album. How are we feeling on this week's top 10 out of the turntable 100 this week? Any thoughts, any opinions that jump to you immediately? Nice to see 99 still out here, second week in a row. It looks like heavy bop, man. Any thoughts, any feelings? All right, so we're all cool with how the top 10 is reflecting.
I have 0 thoughts, 0 feelings, 0 emotions.
Okay.
Just wishing good luck to everybody involved.
Yeah, man. I mean, even though we didn't have a lot of Olamide albums or Olamide's records from the album, the top 2 songs ended up being his. So it's pretty dope to see, at least. Number 1 and 2, the top spot. Naivi, what's good, man?
I'm good. I want to ask a question though. Did the drama between the 2 rappers, did it reflect on the streaming numbers?
Say that again.
I don't think turntable TVC is not on the chat. I want to ask if the drama between the activity that happened last week between the 2 rappers, did it reflect on any of their streaming numbers, and did it have any response on how they are feeling and so on? I just want to know. That's what I'm asking.
Okay. Interesting question. I guess turntable. I guess will get back to us and let us know. So yeah, we would update that once they have a response for that. Shout out to Moyo and KD in the chat. I'm sure once we have an answer, they can come up or they can share with us in the back. And
can I go ahead?
Yes, sir. KD, what's good?
Yeah. Martin, good evening.
Good evening, man. Yeah, man. You heard the question, I'm sure.
Yeah. Nothing. It's not very negligible. I mean, most of Udumodu's streams dropped, but it wasn't because of the beef. It was just because streams drop like week over week. So it's not.
Yeah.
It was just noise on social media. I mean, good noise, but it didn't really direct to streaming. It's not like there are that many.
Well,
Like, yeah, it didn't.
are you
It
saying
didn't
it had no
translate to.
cultural impact?
It definitely had like.
Fima, please.
I mean, ultimately, it's not like a beef between like two of the biggest guys. It's just like two guys like that folks fuck with. It's not there. It's not like Kendrick or Drake. Like it's
No,
not.
to be
KD, you
fair,
just had to add your own. You just had
to be
to
fair,
add
Katie,
No. But that's the
Katie.
truth. Like
Bro,
it's like a
basically.
beef between the like 10th most streamed artist and like the
your.
60th most streamed artist.
Oh,
Like it doesn't
KD,
really mean much.
KD, this is not what this
KD,
is not
mute
what we
your
asked
mic.
you
KD, mute your
for.
mic.
No. I'm trying to
Guys,
give
guys,
context. Like
guys.
There's no
It's,
context
it's,
needed. We
a,
Ah,
get. We
it's
get.
a reality check for both parts.
bruh, they said was there any did that affect it? The KD said it's the 10th and the 60th was
yeah, but I'm just giving numbers.
Yeah, man.
That's what the person asked.
Appreciate the context, man. With the numbers.
Yeah, but yeah, that's it. It's not like a. But I guess if they do drop like diss tracks, yeah, maybe because there's a AQ song that apparently was a diss track that got so, but that was what started, it, but it didn't really translate to others.
Yeah. Who's really
Uh,
rapping?
I mean, Technician did increase in streams, but it was just by like 4,000 streams, so I don't know if that counts. So maybe.
Fair point. All right, appreciate it, Katie, for that one. We got to see some clarity on that one. Yeah, man. Any other thoughts on this week's top 10 turntable? Any other questions that probably don't that have to do with the top 10 this week? I think it's nice to see Famous Pluto showing up on the charts. Did anyone tap into the record? I don't know if we spoke about it. Did we speak about it last week? The Famous Pluto.
very
Yeah,
briefly because it
yeah.
was when the series was ending.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at the end of the space. I mean, congrats to them.
It's the Mig was man.
The move was.
Me was.
Shout out to Famous Twitter.
Shout out to the Make
But I can't lie, that was
was.
track slaps, can't lie.
Yeah,
Having all
man.
three of them on there, pretty good.
Fire record. Alright, man. 99, still the hottest record in the country, apparently.
Wow.
Who would have thought? I'm sure Dante would have thought.
See, I don't even know if you can hear me. That's my own problem right now.
Okay. We can hear you. We can hear
We
you.
can hear
We
you.
can hear you.
Okay, because I literally switched platforms or whatever.
Okay. I think it's much better, but yes, go ahead.
Okay, what I said was I played Technician more,
Oh, okay. Alright.
but it doesn't matter now because it might not make sense because the context passed. But
So you are part
Yeah,
of the
you're part of the
4,000.
4,000. Was it 4,000 or 40,000?
Is there 40,000?
Oh.
40,000? 4,000, please. Let's
did
come.
something happen with Technician?
Yeah, technicians.
Yeah.
So either 4,000
Technician
or
increased by
40,000.
4,000, please.
Oh yeah, I decided to listen more to the songs they have together.
So you
now that they are
listen
fighting.
4,000 times.
'Cause I played it a lot, and then I started telling people to play more too for some reason. But I don't think I'm the reason for that. I'm just saying I saw them fighting, and I was like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go and listen to what they have to do.
What and why would everyone run to Technician? Is that the best collaboration from both of them?
Personally, yes. Personally, absolutely.
I guess we can kick off with Odumodu Black since we've kind of tapped in. Odumodu Black sparked the internet yet again with another conversation. It feels crazy. Every hip hop conversation kind of revolves around him. I don't know if that says something. Does it? Or does it not? Anyway, Odumodu Black came. It was essentially from an interview where he was speaking to the doings that he has had, and it was listing a number of achievements, and one of them he highlighted was Declan Rice being the most, or at least in the last 20 years, no other rap song has had more cultural impact in the
As well.
world. than that record. And I know, to be very honest, with the context, knowing who Odumodu Black is, knowing his reputation on the internet, I'm sure a lot of people would immediately, like, knee-jerk reaction, hear what they wanted to hear from that clip. A lot of people didn't try and pick up the points that he was emphasizing with being in the ward. And to be fair, at this point in Afrobeats conversations, it's always important to know that the biggest song in Nigeria is not always the biggest Nigerian song. Like, there's a big difference between those two, like parameters when we talk about music. And this was a very clear example about that, where people were having two different conversations entirely. People heard, people definitely heard, oh, this is the most impactful song in the last 20 years in Nigeria, which is obviously absurd. Like, if anyone would come out to say like Declan Rice is the most like impactful rap song, it's very much laughable. Like, you can't even entertain or welcome that question. But to be very honest, when it comes to just downright like the reach of a song, of a rap song, in the last 20 years, there's no been a rap song that has had the reach as much as Odumodu Black's Declan Rice. Like, it should be pretty standard, knowing good and well what football is. Like, the biggest sports in the world, one of the biggest clubs in the world, have a major signing and use a record. I use that record, knowing good and well that this is going to like really like, it's going to get into different crevices of the world that no Nigerian rap song has reached. And obviously it shouldn't be a debate for that. I personally don't believe it should be a debate for that statement. But knowing good and well how Modu interacts with controversy, he doesn't know how to clarify statements. He doesn't know how to essentially even defend his points, even though sometimes the facts might be on his side. And then you have people bringing records up like Alobam, bringing records like Ole Cool, like bringing records like Pom Pom. Like, it was cute seeing people throw songs that obviously.
I mean, somebody said this is Nigeria.
Yeah, I mean, sure, call that too. That's a huge record, of course. But essentially, in Nigeria, it's the context here that a lot of people were using when they were trying to push back at him. But we can definitely have the discussion.
He made two different statements. To be fair, he made two different statements, and I think that's why people were mixing. They were doing mix and match. Because I was like, I had to go and watch that video. Like,
guys, can we do something really quick?
Sorry, Pepper, go ahead real quick. Pepper, go ahead and.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm not even saying anything. I'm not chiming in yet. I wanted to ask Ima to pin the
the OG video.
The OG video.
It's gonna help us, go through it and point out all the truths and lies.
I'll put it in the. I'll put it in
I appreciate that.
This is a conversation I had like on my podcast as well, because I was like, I think a lot of people. There was two statements that were made in said video.
Right.
The first thing he said was, name a hip-hop song, a Nigerian hip-hop song that has had as much cultural impact as that line in Cast in the last 20 years. So he was talking about Cast first in terms of that specific line. Y'all know the line? In the last 20 years. Then his second conversation was, in Nigerian hip-hop, name which Nigerian song has had more global impact than Declan Rice. Now, people now decided to go and do mix and match. He said Declan Rice has had more cultural impact in the last 20 years. Nobody waiting to talk you that too. He was talking about Casts when he made that statement. If you take up copy, the video is in the Jumbo Trump. You can watch for yourself. But in terms of like, when you say that line in Cast in the last 20 years, very debatable. At that point, you have opened yourself up for
it's very debatable.
Fire point, big man.
Yeah,
that's a very in the last 20 years. You'd never say 5 years.
20 years is crazy, Sha.
20 years is crazy.
20 years is crazy because
like maybe if you say the last 5 years,
if you count, 20 years will almost take us to that grave.
Yeah, 20 years.
So
20 years
What
is
do you mean?
What do you mean
almost?
almost?
It's
What do you mean
not.
it's
It's not
almost?
almost.
exactly
If you reach,
never
if you reach
mind.
Yeah,
that grade,
no,
if you
it's
reach
not very much like
You
that.
20
reach,
years ago,
you
that's
very rich.
2005.
Yeah,
Never
Yeah.
mind.
Like
that's
20 years ago,
five.
Never
20
mind.
years ago, Afrobeats were still in infantry. They didn't even know that it was Afrobeats fully yet. Like
Yeah,
20
like,
years
but the thing is,
covered
like,
the entire thing.
even in the context of like Nigerian hip hop, like, there was still the Mode 9 and what's his name, Rugged Man, like, beef that had happened. Like, a lot has happened in 20 years. So to come and say your song has had like, your line from a song has made the most cultural impact in 20 years, very crazy work. But when we come to his second statement, it might not be entirely true, but he has a very good argument, and that's the part that people don't want to speak about. Like, when I say it's not entirely true, let's be honest, if we're talking global impact, I was like, to be honest, I can only think of two other songs that maybe are in the same category, quote unquote global. And I think there's something to this idea of like, when people, again, I also, you want to know what another thing I learned in this entire argument was, I don't think a lot of people know what global impact or cultural impact even means. Like, a lot of people were talking about a lot of things, and I was like,
I mean, they think global impact means global, so the world, and
yeah, like
impact
I
means
think they believe that
numbers.
if the global
So if your
impact is
numbers
not,
have reached the
Yeah,
world, then that's
yeah, like I think in general, like they expect that global impact somehow means that the entirety of the world all of a sudden knows your song and it is now extensive. Like it has to be so impactful that like for the next 3 years we are listening to the same song and the entire world is on it. And I'm like, I don't know that like moments in I guess our music industry are built like that, if that makes sense, right? So like we're still very, for the most part, when it comes to the world stage, still very new. So anything that we would consider impactful, especially at this beginning stage, is not going to look like maybe what it would look like in the next 10 to 15 years, if that makes sense. It's like the same idea of like somebody coming to come and tell us that, oh, what the band did with, good music or what's it called did like in the early 2000s, right? Was not impactful simply off of the fact that it did not blow it to the world the way the Wizards and the Burners have done. Do you understand what I mean? So I'm like,
right.
for Nigerian hip hop, for a person to have a song that was used to unveil one of the most, I guess, popular, expensive transfer signings in the most popular sport on the planet,
And
in
one
one
of the
of the most
most popular clubs,
popular
like
football clubs. That is impactful. They wanted to reduce it to, oh, is it because of football signing? And I
yeah,
said,
man.
do you know how many people watch football on this planet? Because if you really did, especially how many people know Arsenal, the football club, like that's crazy to just reduce it to, is it just football signing? Like that's
Even though
still
they've been struggling, but I mean, it is what it is.
I'm not going to go argue football with you
Man,
people.
how far now?
He said I'm a alpha. Like I just think in general, like it's still eyes, it's still impact, it's still eyes that you're getting on a genre that people maybe had not been paying attention to. I just think that there are maybe like two other songs maybe that are arguable, but I will say he has an argument in that second statement. In that first one, I said, I'm so sorry, big man, that's cap.
Yeah,
Because there's too many examples of too like you have had cultural impact, but to say the most in 20 years, I can't give you that.
for the
But
cast
that you have,
line, yeah,
yeah, for that cast line, I can't give you that. I'm
yeah,
so sorry. There's too many instances of other things that have been done that I find just as impactful, if not more. But in
yeah.
terms of like, oh, has your song been at the forefront in terms of like Nigerian hip hop that has created global impact? I'm not gonna lie, there's not very many. Like I literally can I only thought of two songs. I thought of Oliku and I thought of Laho, and that's it. I couldn't think of anything
And
else.
people would now fight you with that Lahore being a rap song perspective.
And then there's also that Zonako say Laho is
Um,
not a rap song, and now we're into a completely different debate. But in terms of like in like getting global attention to Nigerian hip hop, I could only think of Oliku and Laho. I couldn't think of anything else. So I was like, he has an argument. And I think it's fair to back up yourself in that way. It's
right.
just when you start saying things like most, 20 years, global impact, cultural impact, everybody kind of gets their feathers a bit ruffled and we start having these, arguments. But my biggest thing was just like there definitely needs to be, I don't know if there's like I don't even know if you say it's a consensus, but on some level, some consensus on the understanding of what these words mean, global impact, cultural impact, all that stuff. Like what do we and it's also dependent on the person. What do you consider impactful versus what you don't, right? Because somebody seems like some people like I said, would minimize what Declan Rice was as not impactful simply off of the fact that I don't know whatever they considered it to be. Like, I don't know what they even consider impact. Like, for some reason, it needs to be this grandstanding thing for it to be considered impactful. And for me, that's not how I view it. Like, I view it in the context of where is the genre right now and what is it doing at the moment, right? So, hey, man, everybody and the arguments that they're making. That's what I wanted to say. We
All
have to go
right.
here.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you for that submission. I appreciate. I think Harvey can go next, and then we have 9V on this topic. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. Feel free to send requests as well if you guys wanted to chime in on this one. Harvey, what are you saying, my bro?
Well, I'll go on, my bro. Again, hope everyone's well. First of all, man, I'm just gonna first give you guys your props. That's you, Ima and Delima. You guys, your speech is always very insightful because I'm actually just really finding out though how deep this shit runs. I haven't watched the video that Pepe put up today. Like I've been really busy with a lot of things. But what I caught though last week is the tweet I pinned on the Jumbotron. And the tweet goes, every time you see Declan Rice, you think of me. Every time he scores, assists, plays, the streams are skyrocketing. You don't even know what cultural impact is. Just open mouth. Wow. Football is bigger than everything. The metrics are insane. It was used to announce British biggest signing ever. They play global impact. And when I sang, I was nobody. I sang it from under a rock. These are the songs here. Everybody don't know them. Imagine seeing that Davido sing Declan Rice. The machine is coming. I ain't gonna lie, man. There's bare lies in here. Like to put it as lightly as possible, there's bare lies in here. Streams are skyrocketing every time he scores, plays, or assists. Imagine the streams skyrocketed, say, even by 100% every time he played or scored or assisted. The numbers should be somewhere around hundreds of millions. So lie. You don't know what cultural impact is. Lie. Football is bigger than everything. Football's bigger than everything. Arguable. Metrics are insane.
There's not a lot of things bigger than football, though.
Yeah, it's essentially why I said arguable, not lie. So, like, it's either a lie or arguable or true, you know?
Okay.
Global impact, lie. Just because you found a way to like sink your way into being used as Declan Rice's sign-in record doesn't mean that you have global impact. Like, people aren't thinking about Declan Rice when you score. Like, I ain't gonna lie, man. First time I ever thought about Declan Rice I thought about you when I heard Declan Rice was when you put out this tweet. That's how I feel, genuinely. And one thing I like about the public is if you try to force them to do something, sometimes they're gonna be like, no, that's not true. That's why he got a lot of pushback on this tweet.
Right.
Like, I've not seen this amount of pushback on things. Like, it's not even a case of people are saying, oh, it's true, and then other people it's not split opinion or anything. It's a majority of people saying, hey, bro, that right there is a lie. I don't think about you when Declan Rice scores or plays or assists. Global impact, I don't see people randomly wearing anything or doing anything that you do just because you sang Declan Rice. When you sang You Were Nobody, I beg to differ. You already have Picanto and Doggy Dog out. You're a nobody. Your album was on the way. Like, do you get, like, all these things? I don't think Arsenal came looking for you per se. You kind of went knocking on the door, if I'm not mistaken. And they saw that it made sense. And honestly, like, this whole thing there's a confusion between global reach and global impact. There's a confusion between popularity and cultural impact. I feel like that's an insanely bold claim that has now turned out to just be a flat out lie. That's how I feel about it. I can be wrong.
Okay.
But I mean, like I said, how I feel, it's my opinion.
Gotcha.
Bro didn't sing shit from under a rock. He's had some cultural impact, but not enough cultural impact. And it wasn't just Declan Rice, it was the whole Odumodu thing. He could have made better claims than this one. And yeah, I think I'm just going to leave it here for now. I'll contribute as the conversation goes on.
All right, appreciate it, RV. There's definitely conversations to be had, but we can definitely pass the mic on to Nivy just to get things rolling for sure. Nivy, what are you saying, my bro?
What going, gang?
Yes,
I'm good,
sir.
brother. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Say that word going gang.
Uh,
Why you not shaka?
Is that what he said?
I
Thank
want
you
to
very much
aside.
because I was
I
about
feel
to
that's
say,
aside.
I didn't mean your words.
did you keep Ashaka in his ear? You say, what go and
Yeah,
gang?
I'm not
Who be gang with you?
Nah, Nivy, go ahead. Don't mind me, please.
Um, I think I will start from where people start. You see, I think you have explained it very well. Um, we should understand that it's two different statements: cultural impacts and global impacts. And the thing is, I for one, I believe that okay, I do not know the motorbike on a personal level, but if we were to judge persons by what we see them do or we've heard them say, I will say Odumodu is one artist that is very, very particular and intentional about giving OGs their flowers. Until recently, I didn't even think Bones is an OG, but the real OGs, the one we call the OGs, especially the hip hop,
In the hip hop
he
sense,
always
yeah.
give them their flowers. Yeah, in the hip hop sense, he give them the flowers without being biased with any side. And so I really do not think he will want to intentional if he is a person I think he is, based on what he has said and what he has tweeted and what he has been I have seen him do. I really do not think it will be one that will want to intentionally try to downplay the impact this person's have had on the culture by saying he has the biggest cultural impacts in the scene the past 20 years. That being said, coming to what Pepe said earlier, I want to say that we should differentiate the fact that oh, there are facts and there are opinions on this topic. And I think one fact I think majority of persons paying attention to hip hop, we accept is that we've never seen any hip hop song from the scene that has a global reach as Declan Rice the past 10 years, I think that's a fact. We can argue it, but from my own end, okay, you know what? Let me limit to my own personal opinion. Yeah, I think that's a fact. I think that's not arguable in my head because I've thought about it for a couple of days, and I've not really thought about a particular hip hop song. And this is a particular song that majority of the hit sound that we're having from there are even region based hits. You will see a particular hip hop song from North that is talk to the North and it's making wave there. You see there's even a particular songs from the hip hop that is even limited to a particular scene that other scenes can even connect to it. When I'm talking about scene, I'm talking about genre. Like okay, it is the hotel kids that are connecting with this. But he has one that every single person, if you go to rave, they are playing the Clan Rise. And we should talk about the global reach too, whereby I mean Arsenal is a big club, football is a big sport, we shouldn't downplay what he was able to achieve in that particular song. And let's go to the impact on social media. Apart from the fact that Arsenal used that song with to announce the declaration, majority of the time I'm an Arsenal fan and I follow a lot of Arsenal pages both Arsenal fans and neutrals, if they want to tweet things about the declaration, especially on IG stories, a lot of them use this particular song here. So we shouldn't downplay what he has been able to achieve with that song to just the Arsenal tweet. I feel like he was able to touch crazy grounds with that song. He was able to meet a lot of footballers, a lot of persons that a lot of footballers that are listening to Afrobeats and paying attention to whatever we're doing in Africa music scene. They mention Odumodu Black now when they are mentioning their top artists. And it always used to be the Wizkid, Davido, or Malay and Shake and the likes. And now Odumodu Black being an hip hop guy is entering into that conversation. So I want us to limit whatever he has done on the global reach or global impact conversation to just the Arsenal thing. Now, moving away from that, talking about the cultural thing, like I said earlier in the beginning of the conversation, I said I wouldn't want to believe that Odumodu Black, based on what I have noticed about him say and do, that we want to downplay the impact the OGs have had. We can accept again that it's not even top 50. Because if you are going back as far back as 20 years, that means you will trust the remedies. We tell them Idris Abdulkareem. We tell Tony Tatula. That single-handedly bridged the Ghana music and Nigerian music. I mean, and also we shouldn't deny the fact that he has a bit of an impact on the culture. Because let me tell you the truth, after Odumodu Black debut, I have seen more than 4, 5 upcoming rappers that are trying to tap into that style he has. It is embarrassing, but that's the that when I mean embarrassing, I do not
Hello,
mean
why is it
whatever it means.
embarrassing?
Like it's embarrassing. No, no, no. I've seen a particular guy on the TL that every of the I think the past three freestyles is dropping. You know that okay, this there is an Odumodu Black influence there. And I've seen other rappers trying to do what he has done. And this is the guy that leads into raves with that Igbo cap, man. Let's speak the truth. There was an argument on TL, and I see a couple of his fans dropping pictures of raves in December that Udumodu was not even performing or scheduled to perform there. And persons coming to rave without cap that Odumodu uses. I mean, we know what I'm talking about, the Igbo thing. I mean, if that is not an impact, I do not know. That's an impact on the fashion. Fashion is a big culture. It's a big part of the culture in the industry, if you get what I mean. So, as much as we want to argue that, yeah, you do not have the biggest impact on the culture, we shouldn't downplay what the guy has achieved the past couple years and past couple months. So, yeah, he can be wrong in the statement. He can also be right. That's what I have to say. Thank you.
Okay,
But
so
Iman, before you go,
real quick.
let's remind people that this is a conversation
Yes,
that's not in
yes.
a vacuum.
I was about to clarify that.
It's not in a vacuum.
So just to some of Nivy's points about the Okwagu and other things around with Modu Black and the rap star that he is, I think it's very, very evident. But to be honest, I want to keep the conversation to the song itself, because I think that's where the conversation really is. The thing around Twitter, and I think obviously, is that once people believe something to be a lie, and in attempts of proving
they just
that lie,
find the other extreme.
they just go to other extremes and try
It
to
had no impact at all.
yeah, like bro, like come on.
Like,
I feel like he's not fully wrong though, because part of the conversation of, and this is like if you forget the video and you stick just to Odumodu's tweet, part of the conversation he's talking about is global impact, Abby. The point is that he's insisting on the song having global impact, and if you think about it, isn't global impact part of the fact that fan pages are using your song and people are mentioning you?
Yeah.
I think it's just like it's a convoluted thing where people are forgetting that just because you say something is not 100 does not mean that you are saying it is 0. Like,
Yeah.
it can be 90 over 100. It does not mean it's 100 over 100. So I tell you, you didn't pass, and you want to argue with me as per how? You want to argue with me when I give you 90 over 100. You're not saying, no, you failed me, you gave me 0. From where to where? Do you know how to count? So, like, those kind of things is what's happening here. It's like there are measures to these things.
For sure.
So it's not that the song does not have impact. It's
Yeah.
that
I'm sorry, I would just like to pose a question for people who don't believe that this song has had any global impact whatsoever. Would you consider Two Faces song being used as fat again on Fat Girls globally impactful?
that's also
Or
global impact.
what's it called? The band being able to sign onto good music globally impactful, or Ole Kubi winning a BET globally impactful. I just want to ask those questions.
Pepe, I will tell you what the
Yes.
difference between both like the examples you've given now and
You guys should let
Declan
other
Rice.
people speak, Sha. Let us like put
But
They're
some
gonna
yes.
Don't
come.
For
worry,
sure, for
Chibi,
But
we'll
sure, for
get
sure,
there.
one
We'll
minute,
Chibi.
get
just
there.
we'll
Everybody will
respond
get
real
their
quick.
chance to speak.
The
But
difference is these other things you've mentioned, they all fall in the group of people that they reached out to say, okay, we're recognizing you. Declan Rice, on the other hand, is like them backdoor sync deals where we're like, let's push this to Arsenal, let's suggest this. Arsenal doesn't come looking for you for Declan Rice to sign. Odumodu texted Declan a bunch of times.
Bros,
Ben, hold on.
How?
Let me
Okay,
finish.
okay,
I
okay.
don't have the absolute facts on this, but there was some reaching out from the native camp to get this shit done. It wasn't just Arsenal looking for natives camp to get. That's the slight difference there. Then, secondly, the issue of global impact and cultural impact is that global impact and cultural impact, whatever kind of impact, is all encompassing of things like reach, influence, cognitive, addition, setting trends. It's a combination of a bunch of things. There's a list of criteria to meet impact. What we're focused on right now is one criteria under impact, which is reach. Reach is a single criteria that's under the umbrella of impact. So you have to gather multiple criteria under the definition of impact to meet impact. So we can't single one criteria, which is reach, and call it impact. That is a part of impact.
Okay.
Slight impact.
All right. So,
Ima, please, one question.
So, all right.
I want other people to speak.
Yeah, we want other people to speak for sure. Because I don't want to keep this in the room.
It's gonna be a long night.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a long night. But yeah, I think Vibes wants to respond to a few things. But real quick, Vibes, just respond quickly, and then we'll have Ginger.
Please, I just want to ask one question. He said native reached out to Arsenal. That's why they were able to use the Clarice. Now, my question to you is that if Afrobeat to the world space is reaching out to a club and they are accepting Afrobeat to the world space, are you accepting that Afrobeat to the world space is a big podcast? Let's start from there.
Oh God, I beg.
What kind of example is this?
I don't know.
This nights go long. Me or that people just stop this.
No. Vibes. Your heart is in the right place, yeah, but
Emotional blackmail.
It's in the right place. Real quick to that Harvey's point. So are we now saying in any form of achievement, right? We always have to second guess and put a asterisk and question mark based on the conception of how the achievement was being made. Is that a thing that we should be doing now?
That is what they're asking us to do. This now becomes a conversation of...
Oh, it's like who texts who? Like who plays who? Mind you, knowing good and well.
The question is, did it work?
Mind you, wait.
I think the reason why this is not relevant to the conversation, and sorry, Harvey, so we can move on to other people, but the reason why this is not relevant to the conversation in any way is the fact that at the end of the day, they could have said no.
Bro, nobody they could have said no.
So funny.
You could have had zero leverage. You could have nothing.
As a whatever. Brimo is dropping another album the same day as Burna, and he's calling it No Sign of Weakness. So quite honestly, I can look at that and be like, Brimo has dropped 3 albums this year. I have a choice.
Sorry, do you mean Dami Crane?
And they had a choice to say no.
Dami
Crane.
Oh, you're mixing up your...
Sorry, all of them.
You're mixing up your this thing. Let me know.
My brain. Dami Crane. Yeah. Sorry, all of them have the same problem. Anyway, Dami Crane is the one with the issue today. But I can choose to listen to Dami Crane. Or I can choose to pretend like that man is not dropping an album called No Sign of Weakness. And I can move on. So I think that while Harvey, it is cute to say, well, he reached out. You know, they could have also said no. And Declan Rice could have been like, who is this fanboy that keeps blowing up my DMs? So, quite honestly, you do it and they say no. He does it and they say yes.
All right.
The model wins, regardless.
You guys, you're doing the same thing.
To buttress your point, Belema, can I chip this in? You know, one of the biggest songs ever in Afrobeat is Ye, right? And there's this popular story that Ye gets his US, wherever, acceptance because niggas are going on streaming platform to search for Kanye West Ye and the fun Burna Boy Ye. How you do it is nothing. It shouldn't be.
Bro, we're trying to shame niggas for pitching themselves now? Are we trying to shame people for pitching?
Let's not make this look like that was my whole point. I was responding to Pepe's question on what is the difference between these two things. That was a response.
Trust me, the difference doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, to be honest, bro.
Well, that was a direct response to Pepe's question, but
no, it was a
let's move on.
response to my question.
Yeah. Well, let's move on. This is not the
why I asked my own questions.
Exactly.
Right.
I'm gonna keep it short, right? First things first. I think Declan Rice, very successful song. in terms of like success, like I think other people have said, one of the most successful songs we've had are songs we've had in like recent times. But when we talk about impact, like, and I think my problem with the whole statement is cultural impact. Like Declan Rice is a very successful song for Udumudu, but culturally, I don't see what it's done for the culture. And I think globally as well, very great song. But when I think cultural, I think of songs that move the needle for other artists, songs that kind of shape the landscape. Like I just don't see like Declan. And he has other songs that probably did that, but for me, I just don't see like Declan Rice in my life.
Okay.
That's my problem.
And this is why I say this is why I have to keep reiterating. He was not talking about cultural impact for Declan Rice. He was talking about global impact for Declan Rice. He was talking about caste when he was talking about cultural impact. Now you can give your statements.
I think he
feel
was talking about his song. I mean, when I
So
hear this statement, right?
Pepe, I love the energy to be like in the
You try and dissect it, yeah.
original context of the video. That's like you are right, Pepe. That's what he was talking about. But then the problem was that he came and contradicted himself in his.
Oh
That
yeah,
is true. He did.
He does
I'm so
contradict.
glad that Belema, for
He
the
does
first time in
contradict.
history, they talk for me, speak for me,
He said that
Belema.
speak for
Right
me,
on. I
Jordan.
He came and contradicted himself in his tweets. So even
That's the thing about every Odumodu case, man.
Even he doesn't know what he believes.
That's the thing about every Odumodu case. That's the
And this
thing
is why
about.
we should
So,
move on this app
I
with
think
the same law. Resist the urge to shalaye. Because
Yeah,
see now
man.
you have
Normal
gone
P, normal
Sure.
P.
Bro, he has done this in many scenarios. The MC Oluomo case, the cast lyric. Like there's so many cases where he can safely defend himself, but he makes it a whirlwind.
He made a
the one
about
that
caste.
pains me,
He
the one
came here
that
to come
pains
and
me is
talk about. He made a statement about caste. He came to come and talk about Declan Rice. So there's no defense that
so
he can.
Belema.
Yeah,
Another
but
thing that pains me is how after he finished typing in caps lock, he will now try to tell us that it's probably God that revealed to him or he's Jesus' child that we must listen to him. Or I'm like,
Everybody is
bro,
a
That's kind
child
of
of God.
Odumodu.
Okay.
Kind of Odumodu is too
Chibi,
far.
please go
Okay.
ahead. But
Yeah,
everybody
let
is
me
a
quickly
child of
round up.
God.
Yeah,
Chibi,
Chibi.
please go ahead.
Yeah, real quick, right? What I will say is that I feel like Odumodu has done a lot for the
I'll
culture.
go
Like in
after
terms of
Chibi, please.
okay, Ginger, we're happy to have you back. So basically, I think Odumodu has done a lot for the culture. Very useful guy, very impactful guy. But when he goes on these rants, like you guys have said, like when he can tend to just misspeak. Like, go ahead and give yourself your flowers. Like, I think sometimes he's angry that people, maybe his ops don't respect him enough or don't give him his flowers. But like, bro, like, look around you, you're doing good stuff. Like, no need to exaggerate and let people start broing you on Twitter and proving you wrong on your statements. Like, there's no point to do that. So, yeah, I mean, that's how I feel about the situation. Like, a successful guy, but that cultural impact statement, not Declan Rice. No, it just didn't happen.
Yeah.
And what ATTW is saying is not wrong. What he said about them reaching out, yes, this nigga done they found Declan already. Like they don't the young when he did before the signing first.
thank you, Ginger.
Wait. Okay, Ginger.
Nobody
Help
disagreed
me.
with
Help
that.
me take.
Don't
Help
take
me.
away anything from it.
Help me, bro. Help me. How does that take away
wait.
from what the song did?
No. Wait, I'm just saying. I just say, wait, relax now.
Please, it's not a
So when you're
point.
talking about the whole, wait, when you're talking about the whole impact. Okay, so the impact is that they're signing a player. Yes, big tag. They use your song in signing the player. Great. Now the song has become in Palmeiras and in Sao Paulo. They are playing Declan Rice. So that's the global impact now. Abi. In Sao Paulo, in Osaka, Japan,
Yo,
they're playing Declan Rice now. Abi. Because they use it to announce one player in England.
No, but
They're not playing it in
okay.
You guys
Osaka,
are now
Japan
playing
and
this
co.
thing.
Ginger. Let's
can I
be
ask
fair.
my question
Ginger,
for
let's be
the
fair.
millionth time
This is
today?
what happens
Make I
when you
finish.
set yourself up.
Ginger,
What
let's be
happens when
fair.
I
you
want to say
set
something. If
yourself up?
45 out of 45 million fans, just 5 million tap in every time, that's impact globally. I'm sorry. Like,
Which one
my
is
own problem
every
is with
time, bro?
From
Do you know
where,
that
bro?
if
like
Chibi,
Declan
from
has a
Iman,
where?
moment.
Where
if
that
you
5
Iman,
million
listen,
come
Okay.
from? From
Hold
where?
Ginger, may I ask you
From
my
what region,
question?
Chibi?
Ginger, may I ask you my question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
African Queen being used in Fat Girls, do you consider it's globally impactful? Yes or no? Simple yes or no. I don't want to go far. Just give me yes or no.
Of course,
Just give
now.
me yes.
Why not?
Oh, now
I'm ready to go
why is
deeper
that
on why
impactful?
It's
don't.
all over Africa now.
Let
It's
Ginger, I
all
beg, let me
over
answer
Africa.
Pepe
No,
here. I beg
Chimama.
Pepe, let me
Please
answer.
don't say Two-Face was sitting at home and they called him.
No, that's not the reason. See, the difference between reaching out and being reached out to is if you reach out, that means you didn't make enough noise to get to them for them to feel like it's necessary. You reached out and they
God
wait.
damn! What
May your
the
blessings
fuck,
never pass you by.
bro?
Let me
May
finish.
your blessings never
No,
pass you
let me
by.
I don't
finish.
have a
Let
problem
me
with Afro
finish.
Devil saying what he has to say,
Let me
but
finish,
I would
please.
like
There's
to
two sides.
also add that the thing that you want to explain to me, I know what you're about to say, and I'm about to tell you that I still disagree.
No,
But
wahala. Let me just say it so that
Okay,
you can
okay.
tell me
Yeah,
you don't
say it
disagree.
because I have an answer for you already.
Thank you very much. Now, if I have, say, 1 million naira in my hand right now, and I need to fucking farm, right? Now, if there's been raves, something has done something so good somewhere in Abiyokuta, and I've heard that, oh, this tractor works really well. It gets to me all the way out in Canada. I go searching for that tractor to make sure I farm well. That tractor made enough impact to get to my ears, as opposed to hear me out. I have a farm. There's a tractor somewhere in Abiyokuta that's gonna do the job. As to how well, no one knows. But it does make sense to put the tractor on the farm. I know the tractor guy. He's been my guy. No, while I put your tractor on my farm. He didn't impact anything for the word to get to my ear to go and look for him. That's a
Harvey, real
slight
quick, right?
difference.
Let me just say something to
But
this.
no,
Like,
that's my
my
and
son
my
is not
submission.
response
going to
and
table.
my
So,
response to that analogy is, did he use the tractor last?
so
Oh,
here's
he
my
used
thing.
it though, but
Here's my
it
thing.
Oh yeah,
wasn't
Here's
the
my
now.
thing.
impact
Here's
that
my
made me
thing.
use
Right?
it. It wasn't
You
the impact that
don't
made me
you
use it.
don't graduate from college. You don't graduate from
God.
university. You don't finish
Oh
school.
man.
Eh?
Wait. Do you think
And
no?
then
Okay, sorry.
wait,
Go
hold on,
ahead,
hold on. You
brother.
don't finish
This point is
school,
ridiculous, man.
and then they tell you as you are collecting your certificate that I have a job for you. You go and you apply for the job, right?
While I best graduating
Now,
student, they
here's the
always get
thing.
job waiting
You
for them.
and
You be
500 other
wine.
people in Lagos have applied for the same one job, and they picked somebody that they wanted to. Sometimes it might be the cousin of the brother of the CEO. Sometimes it might be a nobody, but they shall pick somebody.
And
Now,
there was
what made
also
them pick?
somebody in that your class that they gave job based on his
So now
results
they
without him
picked
asking.
somebody, right? Sometimes
But
they
what
got
does
you
that
based
change,
off
my bro?
Oh, it
referral.
changed. No,
But
the
you
It
conversation is
positioned,
changes nothing.
intact here.
Oh
hold
my
on. You've
gosh, bro.
positioned yourself in a way you will get picked. So here's my thing, right? Whether the impact was manufactured or the impact was begged for, or the impact was created, or the
Was given for
impact
free.
fell from air, impact
The
happened.
Bro.
You
Do you
Belema,
think
gravity
wait,
you
brought it
Harvey,
you
down
Harvey,
ask
to
for water,
make.
you
Harvey,
get champagne.
Harvey,
Impact there be no day.
Harvey,
This one
Harvey,
have impact.
Harvey,
What is this conversation about?
Harvey, across the world.
Nobody.
Forget Afrobeat.
The
Across the
issue is
world.
that you want to focus on how the impact came about. Meanwhile, we're
Gosh.
not here about the how. We're here
No one
about what
cares,
impact
bro.
brought.
No
That's
one
it.
cares.
Nobody cares about
I'm
impact.
Belema,
frustrated that we've spent so much on this
Belema,
point when no one actually
Belema.
cares.
World Cup, South Africa World Cup is a perfect example. There are two songs that
God.
made into the world stage that became a global hit because of the World Cup. But we will not take it away from there.
Do you know what's so crazy? I don't think that whoever spoke TBN doesn't disagree with what we're saying here. Do you know the problem here? You just want to you don't want him to say certain things
Right.
because you feel like he will be comfortable. That is your own grievance. It's not that you disagree, and there's many angles to this conversation that are just from a general social concept of how we just treat things. It's like when this is one of the he's falls in the part of the category of people that just feel like don't say it until we tell you that you are that, right? Because you can't be telling us that somebody has not reached Fino level, so he has no impact. Fino is 10, 11, 12 years in this business. Somebody is 5 years. He has impacted in his own way, right? We're not talking about somebody that is unknown. We're not saying, we did not come here and say Marvo is impactful.
Yeah.
like so I don't think you necessarily disagree with our premise. I think and you basically said it when you said, oh, we need to tell him. No, you don't need to tell him anything. Are you his business partner? Are you
Until it's an
But
irrefutable
we have an
fact.
issue with him saying
like,
he has the most like when he's trying to
Thank
no?
like
you,
big up his
That's
Chibi.
what I'm
I
not
Thank
talking
think I
about that
think
you.
one.
I think we
Thank
have to go back
you.
to that that
Like,
point.
why are
Like
we
you can
losing
go ahead
train
and
of
say
the
I'm doing great
context?
work, I'm doing all of this, but when you go ahead and say it's like you're almost downplaying other people's work because
Yeah,
you're
like
Oh
doing it
no,
you
no,
because
literally
no.
But
full
Chibi,
Okay,
impactful.
okay, 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 okay. Now we're having another conversation. All right.
now we're
We're
going to a
having a
different conversation.
completely
We're
different
not going.
Yeah, we're
conversation.
doing a
That's
different
not what we're talking
conversation.
about.
Can I give you people another
Well, he
angle to
tweeted that
this?
now.
No. So to this thing that you guys are saying, I'll give you another angle to it. What about this makes it bad when we spend a lot of time telling everybody to big up themselves? So
Hey,
you tell
nobody
me
said
every
you should
day that I
not
should
big
big
up
up myself.
yourself, but you're saying you are the
Okay.
like outright
I'm the
best.
No.
best in my own head. So
No, it's not. You didn't say you're the best. You said you were the most impactful. There's literal metrics for
okay,
this
so
thing.
I am the most impactful. Prove me wrong.
Do you want us to put the
You know what?
metrics on the
Okay,
numbers?
okay,
After
okay.
Like
some
that's
years,
Literal
my thing.
metrics.
That's my thing. So it's like I think that's why it's not gonna be something that you can prove or disprove, right? Because there are
Or we
facts,
can
and then
absolutely
there are
No,
facts,
disprove
and
it.
then there's what I
it
see.
can be proven
So
and be
I
disproven,
wake
of
up and I
course.
say
Yeah.
No, I
I
can't
am
lie.
the most
To be fair,
impactful
that one is very. It
podcaster
can
in
be
the
easily
world, right?
disproven.
And then you come and
Yeah,
tell me
look, what
this
we're
is
doing here
you come
is
and
like,
tell me no, these are podcasters that are doing better than you. And I tell you that is great, but me, I said I am the most impactful. You
because
cannot
you came
make
from the
me
mud.
change
So
my answer.
no, Benama, you can disprove. Benama, you can disprove
Opelema,
that.
that's not
No,
how
no,
you
no,
that's
no, no.
not how
Let's
no,
you
like
were
we
let's
saying
can
not
now.
rewrite
okay, okay,
history.
okay.
Like
We're doing
You
the
want to
Odumodu
say it
thing
in your
now.
head.
Prove something like that.
We're doing the
You can
Odumodu
just
thing
say
where we can
disprove.
actually
Like
the
disprove.
issue here is
We
we're
can
leaning too much into extremes. Just because we're disproving him saying I am the most impactful in the
okay.
last 20 years does not mean that we're saying you were not impactful at all. We're just saying that you were not the most impactful.
Yeah,
You were
which was
impactful,
Okay.
but
which was
not
my
the
issue
most
with the conversation,
impactful.
right? The people that
Yeah.
wanted to the people went to both extremes. The one that said there is the most impactful, and then the people went and said no, in fact, you don't have any impact. That is how the conversation was
Do you
being.
understand?
That was
Everyone is living
that.
on extremes.
Everybody's living on the other end of the spectrum to just fight some form of war that is
All
not there.
right.
Like it was a very silly argument at the end of the day.
Real
But you know
quick.
what? I'm actually here to even say
Real
that
quick, Tash.
he has the most impactful international record, and that's facts.
Yeah. I
No,
mean,
somebody
Like,
said,
so
Track
wait,
record,
start.
yes.
and that's
so
exactly what he was hinting at.
Somebody said Arsenal used it as charity for Africa.
Taj, I
That they
want to
again,
like
say
it in
something
again,
real
Africa.
fast.
again, wait, real quick.
Yes,
We have some people
yes.
in line. We have some people in line. We have people waiting to speak. All right, real
Odumodu
quick.
didn't lie, sha. That one I'll tell you for.
Um, hello everyone. I've been waiting in line to say that you people are not hitting very well. This just pains me. See, if you people want to hit, at least put in more effort.
Bro, the hate
God,
no,
Lost
bro.
boy
You see what I came here.
continues
please,
They tell me
leaving.
they told me
please.
that somebody said that football is not the biggest thing ever on this space. That's what they told me.
Me, I came to hit successfully. How
Okay.
many streams does the Rise have? Why
Okay.
people are calling Impact? Yeah,
Okay, it's
where's
by
the streams?
streams
It's not.
now.
It's not his biggest song. It's not his biggest song.
Lost
Now,
boy
my
is just
people,
It's
here
a
to
rap
hate.
this
record
is how
though.
to hate. This is how to hate. All these people are talking cho. Yeah,
He's just here to
real
hate, man.
facts. Real facts. How many streams did on the Arsenal video? How many streams did he get him? This is how to hate. If people are just be talking, how many streams do they said, anytime they score, they think about him. Oh, yeah, where is the streaming number?
Am I showing
Three
up
hundred
now?
You
percent,
get,
300%.
get.
And
Real
you guys
quick.
are
Lost
downplaying
boy,
the whole
lost
thing
boy.
now.
Yeah, no, let
Where
lost
is
boy
the streaming
finishes.
number?
Let lost boy finish.
If you open
Lost boy, are you actually going
Odumodu,
to add to this conversation and
if you
Lost
open
boy, you know that that's a
Odumodu's
rap
declarations
record,
Spotify
list?
right?
list,
Guys,
if you open
Wait, Chibi, I don't take
Lost
him
boy
serious. He's
hates
on the other side. Though. He's just trying
Can
to
you people let him
he's
hate
trying
me,
to give you
please?
guys more
Please,
stronger points.
we wouldn't have to start
I'm
muting, please,
helping you
man.
people. If people open Odumodu's list, the Clarice is not even there again.
Was that the
What's
argument?
his name? No, I'm just trying to say, like, I'm trying to say that this has to hate successfully. Now, the whole cultural impact, the whole argument, I just feel like there is no argument at this point because people are just going back and forth. The people that are making claims about like it not having any impact is really like there is no claim because we were all here in Afrobeat to the board. The band just entering a music video. impact. They will play your song when footballers are doing training. These people don't use and do one
Lami
job does
Yama use shake body impact.
that one is not impact because they are doing it. They are doing shake body in Spain, but they are not doing shake body in Australia. No be impact.
They didn't do it in
Please,
Brazil, so it's not impactful.
they said we should check global. But that is the one that killed me fast. We should check whether there's impact in Asia. We should check whether there's. We should check
But
whether
that
there's
is global
impact in all the
impact.
seven
Is UK the
continents.
UK is not global
All the
now.
seven continents of this world. Afrobeats. Wallahi to lie. They should bring all the Afrobeat songs from beginning to the end. How many of them reach all the seven continents? Only one or two.
Can I ask a
Even the
question to
great,
go with what
even
you
the
said?
great essence,
Yeah,
even the great essence did not travel to Japan or Asia. The
Sorry.
essence that everybody always shout to your father did not travel to Asia.
No,
He
but it's not
stopped.
Sorry,
impactful because he did not
Lost
talk
boy,
to
this your
can
hate.
I
This
ask a
your hate
question
watch.
to go with Lost Boys? Can I go ask a question to go with Lost Boys thought of reasoning or whatever? One of my things that I struggle with more than anything in this world is that people say things and measure it with one thing, right? And I don't know how that works. So, this is just a very general question. What are the things that qualify global impact that does not include streaming?
Belema, I have
AKA,
it.
let me finish. Please, I beg. That does not include streaming. AKA, they are playing your song in Asia or they are not playing your song in India. If you can give me the things that qualify global impact without saying they didn't play your song in Dubai, I would truly appreciate that. Thank you. Because what are the things we are measuring here that are not streaming numbers?
So
Can you guys
essentially,
hear
I
me
asked
now?
AI this question, and I'm going to read out what AI says.
I ask
AI
you a
said,
question, you ask ChatGPT. Which kind of like
"Oh, I went. That was the first thing I did at the start of
God
this
that beg.
space.
Oh,
That's
How
the
can
first
I
thing I
ask
did
you
at
a
the start of
question?
this
You ask
space.
okay.
Essentially, in wait, what just happened to my mic? Can you guys hear me? Just
We can hear you, we can hear you. It's
okay,
the AI you're
wonderful,
using that just wants you
wonderful,
to talk.
wonderful. In music, and there's 11, more than 11 sources quoted to get this together. In music, cultural impact refers to the broad and lasting influence that a music style, artist, or song has on a society's culture, including its values, beliefs, behaviors, and identity. It encompasses how music shapes narratives, fosters connections, and reflects or even drives social change. More detailed breakdown in points only. Shaping cultural narratives is a criteria. Influencing social change is a criteria. Reflecting societal values is a criteria. Fostering identity is a criteria. Promoting cultural understanding is a criteria. Impact on music production and consumption is a criteria. And then cognitive effects as a criteria. Essentially, in all these points, the only one that is literally about streaming, if I'm not mistaken, is what's it called? Cognitive effects. That's the
Okay.
only one.
Very good answer. But now, once again, this is how they used to fail class. Because I didn't ask you about cultural impact. I asked people about global impact. Because something can have cultural impact in Nigeria because it is culturally relevant to the people in Nigeria. But I am not asking you about cultural relevance. I can name 101 things that have cultural relevance. I'm
but
asking about
it's like
global
saying
impact.
it's like someone coming out to say Rema's Calm Down had more cultural impact in Nigeria than say Gongwaso, for instance. Like,
They didn't. That's what I mean. So I am
yeah,
not asking about cultural impact. What I'm asking about is global impact. And the reason why I'm being very specific to global impact is because every answer seems to revolve without saying it has XYZ numbers. Like you're going in a
right.
circle without directly saying it has XYZ numbers. So I can have a billion streams and nobody knows my song because they're only streaming it in one part of the world. My question is global impact. It's not about they're playing the song in Russia, but they're also playing it in Japan. The question is, what are you people using to actually measure this global impact? That's all I want. How to
Okay.
please go ahead.
Thank you,
Now that
Dante.
we can hear you.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Um, So the first thing I wanted to address was when he said he recorded it under a rock. I think he meant I had the record before the other records like Picanto and the rest came out. That's one. Two, I feel like not enough people are having conversations around the fact that he's talking about records and not him and
Himself.
career.
Yeah.
Why it's like he said cast did this, he said Declarants did that, like that's calm. But then again, if we look at this, and shout out to India for mentioning streaming age, right? If we look at this age, I think to a reasonable extent, I can make an argument that Wonder Banton's No Wala had a global reach. Like he did something.
Yeah.
Like I landed on the side of like Asian TikTok that is a ton of them that are vibing to it, you
Mm-hmm.
know? So everything is not like pigeonholed together. And I know you said we're gonna get to the Paris fashion like conversation, right? My highlight of that was a picture. It's a picture of Rema, Ashake, and Loco. Who is Loco? Loco is a South Korean artist that I've been like listening to his music since like 2019, 20 something. I can go into the old J Park and the South Korean artists that I really enjoy their music. But never in my wildest dreams did I think I would see Loco and Rema sitting together. And
Mm-hmm.
that is the world you live in, which is that everything is jumbled together. Everything is, people are big artists, but like, you're not big everywhere. Do you understand? So it is possible that global impact is not just, Molly is having like a massive run right now. I think her record can say she can say she has a global impact. The numbers say it, like look at the places in the world that our records have gone. Look at the people she has worked with for the remixes. She can make that argument, right? So if Ina comes and says, my hip hop record is the one that has done that, I'm going to be looking at the metrics of, oh, this is what he has done, this is what he has not done. Um, I don't know, like in this day and age, if I can actually disagree with him on that front. But the cultural one regarding a song which is cast, when I start looking at the things that I think support cultural this and that, I'm like, okay, I don't get the casting because now I've listened to the module for like years. I remember coming back from like sites like 95 like years ago. I remember guys be blasting him back in ABJ. And I'm like, there's a day when this whole cast drama was going on. Me and my guy were on call. We're like, guy, like, what's going on? Like, why are people so, on at the edge of their seats about this with the modules verse? And he's like, he doesn't get it too. And it was like, there's literally like a lady around him that is always like, she's very pissed. And I'm like, calm. But I'm like, there are worse things that this nigga has said before he blew up, bro. There are things we've like, and we maybe again, I'm a guy, so I'm a man, so I guess I didn't get that. But I was like, that's calm. But then it didn't start deciding people's way of life. It didn't start. There was no like. It's a thing of. It's a dope record. It's a very hard set of like things to say, and I know people like to put rappers and obnoxious in the same box, and is whatever, right? And that's that. But my thing is this. I know again we always have the conversations about him and whatnot. I give Odumodu credit on something. I think he would do whatever he can within his own values, whatever it is, to stay in the conversation. And I think this is what this is.
Yeah.
And Pepe pointed out that he basically contradicted his points, which people can even try and support him with
Mm-hmm.
the tweets he made.
Mm-hmm.
So I think again, I'm just guessing. I think he could have said that just to keep the conversation going because that is the only way. If he came and said, "Oh, this is what I meant, guy,"
Right. No,
it's gonna
but
be.
yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, do you have like a rebuttal or
No,
something?
no, it's not a rebuttal, but it's aligning with what you're saying, which is in a lot of cases I've seen the pattern with him and quote unquote his controversies, right? How he
This
expands
this is
on
even
the conversation.
controversial, Seth.
No, like in terms of I don't know, maybe this is not quote
No,
unquote
no,
a
okay, you know what? I get what
controversy,
you're saying. Sorry,
but in every situation where where there's a lot of backlash towards him in defense of himself, he somehow makes it like worse. Like in terms of defending himself. Like
It almost makes you think, is he making it worse on purpose?
yeah, it's almost things as if it almost looks as if like. But
It
to me,
seems like he's doing
to me,
it
I don't
because
think he does it on purpose. I feel like he's
you
giving him
don't
too
think
much
he's
credit.
Let me
angry.
say something. I think
I don't think.
the on purpose is not calculated.
Yeah, I don't think
I
it's that
think
calculated, in
I
my
think he's
opinion.
always
But
looking for an opportunity because let me tell you, this is a personal experience. I was watching Edis expecting him to do something. Now, the thing he did do initially was the middle finger to Black Bones. Nobody really saw that. But then when given the opportunity of leave the stage and he didn't, I was like, this guy was looking out for the situation. Now we can go into whatever that situation was.
right,
But I was expecting him to do something that night. Like that's not my perception of Edmodo of like the music is great, but this man is always gonna find a way. Either insert yourself in conversation that is not all the way about you, or
right,
move in a certain way in a situation whereby it gets prolonged, you
right,
know. And he
right.
has spoken, I think he has hinted this in interviews of like how he decides to speak, how he says, I think he says something about when I study mass communication. I do this, I know why we say that would trigger you. I know if I said it this way, it's calm. But if I say it this other way,
Yeah.
I know I think
No,
he
okay,
reacted.
that's fair. He has said that. He has said that. He has said that
Yeah.
before.
So now it's like it's now people's choice to either give it attention or not.
Yeah,
I'm not the
but
person who decides that.
can I add another piece of it that I
Go ahead.
think, for me at least, this is how I see it in automotive situations, is that he kind of operates like a banger boy. The lack of a better description. He lives on this
Yeah.
internet, right? He understands he understands the internet very well, and he's cut of that cloth when it comes to Twitter interactions, where a simple clarification of your points could be seen as, oh, you folded. Oh, they've basically like they've won the argument in this case. Like even if it's just simple clarification, no, like this is not what I'm saying, no, you guys are taking this somewhere else. This is what I'm saying. I don't think Odumodu is the type to come out to almost want to like, okay, let me clarify what I'm saying. It's almost as if he's
Basically, no
taking.
sign of weakness.
Yes, it's no that he has that no sign of weakness, that standoffish, like I am not letting them have an inch in this argument. Like I'm not giving them it's like a
Iman, does
a
that come off
sliver.
as some sort of insecurity sometimes?
I
Question.
don't think so.
Not
I
less
don't think so
well,
because
it
I think
could.
he doesn't care. Lack of a
It could
better
be
word.
masking one too now. It
You
could be
could.
masking one
I
too.
don't
I
know,
think
but I just know he operates like that on the internet. Like hardly would you see him apologize or clarify something.
he definitely operates like that. But I think
Yeah.
before you jump into his insecurity or not, I think he also might have the clear vision of people on the internet are not the people around me.
Right.
So with that in mind, he's not gonna care this
Yeah.
drop. Like the with
Bro,
the
how he says it on the internet is how he's saying it in
bro,
real
this
life too.
is somebody who comes okay, and okay, you know what? Okay, I cannot say too much, but yeah, apparently that's actually how he is. But when you look at how should I say this? When you look at even again back to the interviews, say people talk about oh brand deals, you're a brand, you're a this. Even Tizzy said it on one interview that they needed somebody that was gonna shake the industry. And I think was somebody was talking about disruptor. Yeah, if that's the right
Yeah,
thing or not.
TBN, yeah. Yeah, that's the
Um,
right term.
I was like, yeah, that's it. Like evidently again, I respect his talent, but the man is letting you know I'm gonna say things and do things to stay in conversations. Now, the people who now go and back with the same energy, it's almost like you guys are feeding him. You guys are just feeding
Yeah.
him and giving him more material because if you take it too extreme, it's gonna bring all these like facts to be like, oh, but I did this and I did that and I did that. I can't be the person that did this and you're telling me I am not. Do you understand? So I don't think
Right.
it's a context of I'm the best and everybody should think they're their best. It's kind of like if they ask, yeah, Igbo boy, yes, do you think Igbo is the best tribe? Yes, you think you're right? Yes, why? Because that's what you are. I don't think that was again. I support that movement by the way, but like I don't think that's what you are. But like if you come out and you're on some, oh, I am the one that has done these things. If you don't give it energy, it doesn't fly. And correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just going to say this last example. When I saw something right Again, if I'm wrong, you guys should correct me.
Don't worry about him.
When Sarahim came out, there was a page, a blog page that tweeted him. And my perception of that tweet was, guys, come and see this rich man's son and the nonsense he's singing. Again, I paraphrased it.
Right.
But that was what I read. Now it turned into jokes and whatever. But then some people started bashing. And then there are people like me who is like, that's just like, it's like a vibe. Like, it's not that serious. Why is it so deep? Like, people can't compartmentalize even the kind of music and the topics those music have. And then it just goes into the fact that, like, I think someone said something. I don't know who said it, but they said Nigerians have the power of 18 you into success.
Right.
So I think
Blonde.
that is what this man is operating on.
Right.
So if you do not give it energy, it doesn't work. Then everybody finds new ways of doing their PR, because I don't think what that is PR. You feel me? So like,
Gotcha.
I think that's my final point.
Dante,
Gotcha.
God will bless
Gotcha.
you. God will bless you. God will bless you. Sorry, usually I will not ask question and answer my own question like that, because I genuinely wanted to know, but I feel like just to save us time so we don't go in circles.
Yeah.
I will say this. I fear that there's this concept that something that is successful has impact. For those who typically work in the social media space, you will know something called UGC, right? User generated content. So you can literally go and become a content creator and make that your livelihood and become an quote unquote influencer. Or you can become somebody who makes content, is a content creator, but sells your content and makes money that way. All right. So you're doing UGC versus you're being an influencer. You're both still making money, and you can be making the same money, maybe making around the same. Most people will tell you they switch from UGC to influencer work because they started making even more money when they started exposing themselves. Don't confuse success as impact. And everybody that has spoken today has been giving the same answers. The song was successful. People were. That is not impact. I genuinely hope you people know that is not impact. It is a way, one of the ways to measure impact, but it is not impact. And I think that is the problem, because everybody keeps knowing that, okay, we cannot say that you have the most streaming numbers, so that means that your song has impact. Streaming numbers is one part. What's your revenue? How much money were you making from it, right? So you've gotten the streaming numbers. Okay, how much money are you making for yourself and the people under you and the people that signed you and all the things around that, right? What's your revenue? What's your market share? That's where everybody's so focused on. Everybody's focused on your revenue and market share. Are they streaming your song in England, in Asia, in Japan, in all of this? You people are going in circles around that, but there are other parts to this. How many people are buying into your stuff, right? So it's not just streams. How many people are actually like subscribing, paying you to get them extra stuff? Now you're talking tours, you're talking everything from like, what's it called, even merch, like things like that, right? Then you're talking physical sales. Then you're talking how much money are you making outside of your music, right? That's when we start talking about impact. That means that you were so impactful that you were successful as a musician, but then you started making money outside of music because of that success and because of that impact, and it started piling on. So you're talking about sync from your music, but then you're talking about people inviting you to come and act, people inviting you to come and speak, not because you know anything, but because they value your impact. Now you're talking about impact, right? You're talking about industry dynamics. You're talking about like how many people refer to you, how many people look up to you, how many people like culturally speak to you. And that's where you start talking about the quote unquote cultural impact. And then global impact, ultimately at the top of the top, is what is your economic impact, not to your pocket. No longer how much money are you making. It is now how much money are you making for other people. So, perfect example. They said if, what's her name, Beyonce had done One More Night in Chicago, right, when her tour first started, that would have made it 4-5 nights. The amount of money she generated, not for herself, for the city, was the money they make in a month and a half. The mayor said it would have paid off a month of the city's bills. So that means that is what impact is. It is not how much money did you make and put in your pocket and your family members. How much did you make for everyone around you? How are you affecting those around you? And people keep talking about global impact, and you're confusing it with cultural impact, and you're confusing it with streaming numbers, and you keep saying the same thing and keep going in circles, forgetting what something is. Now you can have 4 out of 5 of these things. It doesn't mean you don't have global impact. It means you're not Jay-Z. You are not Jay-Z. You've not gotten to the top of the top, but you are up there. Again, 90 of 100 does not mean 0 of 100. It's not F9. So, does the song have impact? Yes. But some of you are putting it lower than where it is. Some of you are putting it higher than where it is. Odumodu says in the last 20 years. Oh no, see, if that's what he believes, that's what he believes. Like, bring your own facts. Don't bring facts. Don't bring. Anyway, that's what I want.
I think the simple question is.
1 million streams.
I think the simple question is
1 million streams will help you and your family members. Will it help the people in Japan that listen to the music?
I actually came here with a lot of energy. I wanted to be very radical with defense because it's the point is that once again, see, Odumo is like I don't like Burna in the way they talk. Like Odumo is better.
So Burna.
Or just that Odumo is better. Odumo still has a bit of like awareness. Odumo was definitely talking a lot in that video, and I guess that's the point of when you talk a lot, you don't pick your words specifically. If you quote him very briefly, he said, "Declarize is the most culturally impactful." Then he pauses. Then he says, "Internationally global." You get? I don't think those two statements were even connected. He realized that what he was about to say was actually not really what it was. Then he switched it to internationally. I think best performance, and that's actually what he was trying to paint Declarize as. But people heard that cultural like this. Hey, all hell broke loose.
I think he was talking about caste actually.
People wanted to show that
My sister class to Declarize so you don't get any cultural impact.
Okay,
anyway, people want to as people just had that cultural impact. Everybody remember that they are millennials. I was there when when Rugged Man was battling the Lord of Adassa. Everybody started for me,
bro. I was like,
when Obasanjo banned.
They started.
I was there when Jaga Jaga was
remedies. Papa.
I'm like, bro,
when they show their age for tears, they sabi.
The Alobam shirts were killing me.
The
Alobam
I
shirts.
was there when Obasanjo said you should not play Jaga Jaga.
I was there when we all say white kaftan gang.
Bro, now I know the age for this Twitter.
Oh my god.
I was there when that guy said I'm the only MC with the MSC.
Where were you? God,
where were you?
Bro. That's why everybody used flex that deal.
Bro.
Now there,
and a part of it was
old heads want to show that.
Yo, Taj. A part of it was also like, again, Odumodu's currency currently like is PR, quote unquote, his public relations with people on the internet, bro. They've been racking up pent up aggression towards him. If they see a slight opportunity to pounce on him, bro, people went crazy. People went crazy for it.
If right now Burna come out and tweet, last is like the most cultural impact global sound like out of Nigeria song. They say, come here. What where you went to face sang this one, bro. There's always there's always something that they want to show that it has been done before or they knew of something that happened before, bro. Yeah. The guy just wanted to tell you people that Declan Rice is one of the best performing songs out of Nigeria as a hip hop record. Right? That is simply what he was trying to say. I understand that choice of words might not have made things sound as clear as people wanted and I guess that's where he fucks up because he was trying to be arrogant and he didn't pick his words so well because I understand that
And
when
then
you say
he came
cultural
and tweeted after and ruined it even more.
because once again, if I've been privileged to be with that nigga and he feeds off that shit and he's very conscious of it. Like I'm telling you that, like he's laughing as he's doing it. Like do you get like he knows exactly what he's getting out of that conversation. You people gave as you showed your hand, just know he's running with it because he understands the value in things like that. That's how he operates, and he owns it with his chest. He's even come on this same platform to say, "Bro, I'm using this thing to push my music. If like insult, in fact, until people hate me enough, that's how I will blow." The same place that I say Joe Boy does not have enough hits. The same place. We're in the same app that I think Joe Boy does not have enough hits. So once again, the guy was just trying, and sometimes Burna has those moments where Burna tries to say something, but it's like he just doesn't say it well, and then people try and pick the exact wordings he used. And the overall sentiment here is that Declan Rice is one of the best global performing songs as a rap record, as a hip hop record, a hip hop like you get like owning that hip hop. At least people that because there's some people that are very hip hop like Charlie who don't own it, but we'll still put him there, right? And in the last 10, 15, I dare say 18, there's been no record that has done well outside the country as better than no hip hop record has done better than Declan Rice. The only other ones have revolved around Charlie and the same Odumodu, like a cast, like a Lahore, right? But then again, the same people to come and tell you that Lahore is not hip hop, even though it's hip hop as fuck. But so once again, if you're not looking at if you want to be like if you want to be typical with the hip hop and the boom boom, the boom bap, bro, there's nothing that has been boom bap as like the crowd has blown this big. Nothing. Even the old Ekus all had pop elements in them. Like when was the last time we had something this core hip hop like that
like a
went that
drill,
far?
like aggressive.
Sorry?
Yeah, like I said,
But
like
the
a drill
chorus,
aggressive
but the
record.
melody and the chorus is pop now.
Sorry, what did you say?
I said the melody, the chorus itself, this the chorus before the rap.
It's a hip hop record.
Even though he's the one doing the chorus, you also have pop in it. Instead of the who has pop in it. I'm saying this also has pop in it.
I meant production. That's production wise, right? Right. That's what I meant production wise. And once again, you want to compare the chorus of Oliku to the chorus of Declan Rice?
Come on, man.
Come
bro,
on,
like,
do you know
Okay,
what
I have a question for you,
honestly,
Tad. I have a question for you, Tad, but I want you to finish first.
We're moving on, guys.
Sorry.
We're moving on. I don't think we're doing
Before we go back
questions
and forth,
anyway. We're not
I
doing
would
that.
like to welcome somebody specially. I have been.
Oh, Trilo is here.
Yeah. Trilo.
Fuck it out. Trilo.
But yeah, like
ATTW because we don't
I don't die.
no way, true on the lap since now normal. But like I think in general, right? Once again, I think if you just understand the general sentiment of what he's trying to say and not nitpick his words on trying to draw one parallel, bro, nobody is as hip hop as OD. Like that has gotten a record like that. Like I'm sorry, it's just what it is. Like unfortunately, in a long time, not nobody, but in a long time, and it's like people come to nitpick my words. Like if I said that, and people be like, oh, what can you say? Nobody. Obviously. Niggas talk, so niggas don't think about every single detail, right? And people are just looking for what to latch on to.
Yeah,
The guy just wanted to tell you that
he gave them
Declan Rice
something.
is a global sensation. He's a global sensation and it's a successful
Why didn't you
record.
just say that it was a global sensation, man?
It's probably the most successful.
Because English is hard.
That's the thing. You want to pick. You are looking for the. You know what you like. You want to just
Okay,
about it.
everybody.
if he had just said that, we
Real
won't be having this
fast.
conversation.
There was something that Odumodu
Wait,
said.
sorry.
He said, Trilo.
How far? Oh, yo, I beg,
Trilo, how
wait,
are
wait,
you?
wait. I don't want to talk so
Make I
much
ask
for
Tad the
you.
question. Me, I'm not going for
We're guys, we're gonna be we're moving it forward, guys. We're moving the conversation forward.
There's somebody I'm talking to. We are
Let me
not
just wrap
talking
up
about
there
that
because they
person.
just keep.
Trilo, please go ahead.
I know.
Tad
I
said
don't, I don't want, I don't want to talk so much for you, but in what you guys in this thing, you just putting the jumbotron, right? It's like what I'm seeing is global impact. Like shout out all the hip hop guys that have come before and everything, but doing it on a global scale like that. And a whole English football club, Arsenal, announcing Declan with that. You guys saw in real time how Declan blew up from the snippet to. Don't forget the snippet that happened in Ghana, like literally the day before we recorded it. We dropped the snippet. Guys were already singing it word for word. You know. It did not. Declan Rice did not drop immediately. The snippet dropped, right? There were like how many weeks or months? The snippet dropped, the song dropped, it went global. Everyone was singing it. Declan was singing it. We sang it. David sang it. Burna sang it.
I
Everyone
mean,
sang it.
Trilo, your name is on a global song, a song with global
You
impact.
know, you feel me? Yeah, like niggas, like
It
yeah,
produced it.
guys can construe words as much as they want to construe it, but you cannot deny that global impact. If you deny it, your bias is getting to your head.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You
Bro,
cannot
like
deny that
guys
global
just want to pick
impact.
on the
So
English. People
yeah,
people
like
just want to
Oh
you
pick
me,
can
I
on
pick
the
on
still
the
have a
English.
English
question for
as
you,
much as you
Tad.
want.
Harvey, we're gonna move the conversation forward, my bro.
But
Yes,
yeah,
man.
let's just
I'm not
free,
me. I'm not
man.
going to even
Yeah,
argue anybody.
let's just
Like,
free
there's
this
opinions, right?
convo.
But like, I literally have a
Real quick,
question
real
for you
quick, real
guys.
quick. You're talking over somebody, bro. Trilo.
Sorry.
Trilo was going ahead, bro.
Don't worry. Just
Trilo, go
let
ahead. Then once you finish, I have a question for Tad.
Yeah, like you guys know what he's trying to say, but you guys just want like facts. Maybe he didn't say how you wanted him to say it, but you know what he's trying to say. But obviously, based on Nigeria now, we go carry one narrative and to come carry him till we die, and that's what we hold him by. But now we're talking about global impact. What you said in this jumbotron, Afro Devil Baby. What I'm seeing in this text is they play global impacts. He did not say Lagos impacts. He did not say Wuse 2 impacts. He don't say Abuja impact. He said global on a worldwide scale. So let's just carry it with that. Global impacts. Was the Clarence a global impact or wasn't a global impact? Yes or yes? When was the last time you heard a song like Declan Rice?
Now, yes or no, sha, but no, Allah.
When was the last time you heard a song like Declan Rice? On a
What,
global
what
impact
what
scale
does
for
that mean?
Nigerian
What's
artists
the
like
meaning of
that.
when was the last time I heard a
when's the
song
last hip
like
hop record
that?
you heard at that scale?
At that scale?
I
From
think anybody's
Nigeria.
right.
Rice.
From
It's Declan
Nigeria.
Rice. That's the last hip hop record at that
Okay,
scale.
and before that, when
That's
was the last
that's
one
all.
before that?
That's all, man. I end my case. I'm going back to the
Well,
All
second
right,
Tad,
all
half.
I
right.
don't remember the
All
last
right,
time. But
Harvey.
Trilo,
here's my
bye.
question.
Appreciate you,
Case closed.
Trilo.
Answer. That's the end of the answer.
Thanks,
There's
Trilo.
No,
no
Thanks,
no,
question
Trilo.
Taj.
again.
Question I have for you
Harvey,
is,
go ahead with your question, please.
yeah, my question I have for you, and even applies to Trilo now because you guys said the same thing. Essentially, you're saying let's understand what OD was in quotes trying to say. So that means you're really on our side. It means he hasn't communicated. It means what he said is not facts.
No wala.
No,
No wala. Yes.
That's all
sure,
I'm
It's fine.
saying.
Yeah,
That's
fair.
like
sure,
that's what you're
sure,
arguing with me on then.
Yeah. No problem.
sure,
No
man.
Yeah.
wala.
I think that's fair.
Taj said no problem.
I think that's fair
God, I beg,
because
don't kill me.
it's been
You know,
said. It's been
wahala.
said already.
Taj said no, Alan.
Anyway,
No, wahala.
But
Carry your problem, they go front.
well, there's nothing to argue
it's
again.
been
Now. Like,
said already.
No,
Yeah.
but
his
two
issue
things
is the
can be
English.
correct though. Two
Is
things can be correct. Like he didn't word his stuff
You
well.
guys are making
if your
solid
issue is the
points.
English,
Sorry,
make it clear that
Ose.
issue is the English. That's what everybody should can learn English.
All right, let's close
Yeah,
it
like
up.
what
Let's
you've
close it
said.
up
No
with us.
problem. No problem.
Guys, guys.
CBC Wahala.
Let's
We go
close
fix
it
it
up
next
with
time.
Ose, man. Ose, please come and help us round up. We have a few more speakers than we typically have right now, so let me rotate because Ose was here, but I don't know where he went. I think BSH has already moved on as well. So real quick, let me just get Ose back up so we can get to new music and other topics for sure. But appreciate Trilo, man, for turning up. Being the producer on the record as well, like massive, man. Anyway, Ose, are you here?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Can you help us close it?
I mean, everybody has said pretty much everything, to be honest. My real question that I really want to ask is, I mean, everybody keeps saying, yeah, global impact and whatnot. It's like, maybe I'm the problem. What exactly is global impact? I mean, we've said it's, Belema has tried to explain our stuff. That's just, maybe I'm the problem that I'm not getting it. What exactly is the global impact? Like, let's define it now. Yeah, I keep saying, yeah, okay, this person used this song. Is that just it? Like, what exactly is the global impact? I'm not seeing any real definition. That's just it. That's just me, to be honest. We're not saying it's not impactful, but yeah, global impact.
Okay.
What exactly is it?
Okay.
Like, just
Someone has cited in very recent occasions and within Twitter football spaces and fan pages, any moment there is a good Declan performance or Declan like moment to really exalt, it's aligned with the
You're
song.
So,
right?
So just
So
that one, yeah,
Ose,
bro.
what's up?
Yeah,
Okay, so when you first heard Declan Rice, when was it?
when the snippet came outside.
When Sibek came out. So
Yeah.
you're telling me between that time and after the song dropped, minus the milestones, minus the Spotify,
What are
it's
exactly the
between.
milestones? That's what I
So
actually. That's what I'm
it's between
interested in.
Sprinter. You know when Sprinter with Dave and Central dropped, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's beating that on the Spotify hip hop world chart.
at the end of the year,
Or like,
the Spotify wrapped
yep.
for the end of the year.
You didn't see that.
I saw, bro. I saw it. Saw it.
No, that
So
wasn't no. That wasn't at the end of the year. That was a weekly recap. The old splitter thing and Declan Rice.
on
It
bro,
wasn't.
even if it's
Yeah.
his day,
Now,
No,
even
a
if
come
it's
on,
the,
man.
even
Nigerian
if even
song.
if it's the year, like I mean,
You
okay,
saw that.
yeah,
So
yeah. I saw that. I saw that.
okay,
I saw
also
the.
Okay.
okay, not just that, man. Like minus the amount of celebrities recording to it, Declan Rice himself carrying it
Is
on.
that really what we call a
Is
global
that is
impact
that
right
what
Okay,
I've
global
now?
never
impact is?
even, bro.
Honestly,
Is
I've
that
not
what
guys,
even
global impact
finished
is?
talking. Okay,
No, these things you've been listening, like that's just what I want to
okay.
know.
So
I'm
I
not
say,
like I'm really not
okay, I
arguing. I
say,
just want to know: is that what global impact is?
bro.
yes,
I'm
but
trying to,
they're
yeah,
giving you
but you
pointers
guys
as
are
to how it has
discussing.
impacted, how
Yes,
it has
now
shown up
like
on the
the
global
UK,
stage.
the Billboard chart, the Afro Nation Billboard chart, the Afrobeats Billboard
These are
chart,
global charts.
The UK chart. These are international charts. It's not turntable. You feel me? But you guys
ah
just wanna. You
Even
guys just
Turntable,
wanna
it
ah
use
was
like
number
a.
one. Even Turntable was
ah
number one.
ah
Even Turntable
ah
was
I'm
number
trying to
What
one.
to
have
do with
my
what?
shit.
Even
conversation,
Turntable was
Sha.
number one. But that's not the discussion here. But
Yeah,
that's not
that's
the
not the
discussion
discussion. I'm not talking about
here.
because you guys want global, you guys want abroad, so I'm bringing
Wait,
you abroad
No, no,
Billboard.
no.
chart.
I'm not.
Wait,
That's.
he
I
hit
mean,
Billboard Hot
Guys, the
100.
song was a good song. It was
Not
a
Billboard
popular
Hot 100,
song,
the Afro Nation
but
Billboard
it's
Afrobeat
not.
charts, the same one that
Sorry.
Guys,
everyone
the
is
fact
bringing
that
up globally.
My
3 years
problem,
down the
I'm
line, there's people
sorry,
are
I
bringing
just
the
want to
song
point
up.
out something that I feel like all of us are
Oh
doing.
gosh,
I think
man.
for
We've
the
come
most
back
part,
to
We've come back to
all
this. We've come back to
understand.
this, man.
It
We
comes
all
back to
understand
streaming, and that's not
what's.
global impact, really.
But this
Like,
is
I
my
what
mean,
is
problem.
Hey, we're
technical?
telling
My
you how
problem
it
with the
acts. We're
statement.
telling
People
you,
share with them.
guys, it's embedded in the football world,
please,
man. Like, let's not try and
please, please.
lie about that. Let's not
We're,
try and lie about
we're gonna.
how the song is
We're
aligned
gonna
with
have to.
Declan Rice, the person, the player.
God,
Man,
God.
let's
So we're gonna do this way. Here's the thing, right?
try.
I understand that I understand what Trilo is saying, right? Global charts, 100%. But then when you say besides that, Emmanuel has given you the besides that. The besides that is you're on people's mouths when they are talking about this football player. You come up. So there's the charts plus the success plus the this thing. This goes back to what I was saying earlier. The problem is that we are measuring global impact in absolutes, right? So, also, all those things that have been mentioned, everything Trilo said, plus everything Emmanuel said, plus everything, all the points everybody has given throughout tonight, all add up to global impact. Now, the issue is not that the song does not have global impact. The question is, what level of global impact are you thinking?
Belema, let me even
So,
simplify this
so you
so
are
that we
looking
move
at
on,
it as
please.
an absolute,
Yeah.
right? So that means, is that all? Is that
Yeah.
all it's done? That is also enough for
Let me
impact.
simplify it.
But
Let me simplify
it
it.
is not
Also, please help us with
100%.
another hip hop Nigerian record that's done more than that.
yeah. I mean, I was going to say that the fact that we've not had a lot of successful rap records has made this feel like we're overrating the impact. In my own opinion, like in my humble opinion, that's what I think. We've
But
not had
it's
enough.
not
And
overrating, to
it's
be
made it seem
honest,
like
because the statement is it's the
it's made it seem
most.
like it's made
Also,
it seem like we now have like a successful rap record and we are blowing it out of
no,
proportion. That's just what I think.
I will keep saying, I will
This
keep
is
giving
not
this example.
these are
I
actual
keep giving
literal
this
things the song has
example.
done, right? It's not an overstatement, right?
And I'm sorry,
The
please, I
follow-up
just want
question
to
to
point
that
out
is just
something.
which one has done more if it's not the most? Because that's the question here. If it's
Like,
not the
it's not the
most,
greatest in the
right?
world, but also it's not.
If it's not the most Nigerian hip hop, okay, Nigerian hip hop, what else has?
My thing
Please
is
help
that it's
me.
not. I know Pepe wants to say something as well, but I want
Actually,
to
mine
keep
is not even
repeating.
long.
I want to keep repeating this again and again and again. Numbers are a thing. They exist.
Let's move on from that. Let's move on from that. Let's just
Belema,
simplify
if you
it.
say numbers,
Let's just
you will
simplify
finish
it
this
because
thing.
Belema, you I think you've expressed that point very clear. But if just to simplify it, which other Nigerian rap record can you say takes that reign away from Declan Rice? Please help me so that we can actually say if that statement is
I don't know
false.
that I would say it takes the reign, but I would say it is arguable. I would probably put
But
Oleku on the table, but that's just
in
me.
terms of the global
Everybody.
impact, guys, it's not even fair to Oleku.
I
Let's
said
not even
it's
do that to. Let's not even do that to Oleku. It's not even
Can I give
fair,
you guys
guys.
one
This is the
hip
order.
hop
This
hip
is
hop
the
song?
order. This is the order of nature, bro. People are so
Emmanuel,
your legends are supposed. Listen.
can I ask you
The
one
new
question,
kids, the
Emmanuel?
new rappers are supposed to surpass the legends in a lot of achievement. We celebrate
Emmanuel,
this time and time again with Afrobeats, bro. It's shit. It's not any
Emmanuel,
different. It's not any different to
Emmanuel,
call it out what it is.
Emmanuel, Emmanuel,
Yes, Emma.
sorry, I'm not trying to cut you. Yeah, I'm going to
No.
ask you one
Yeah,
question.
go
I'm going
ahead.
to ask you one question.
Go
Do
ahead.
you consider sitting on top of the world an hip hop record?
Sitting on top of the world.
Yeah.
I mean, it has an R&B sample. It has hip hop elements
Yes.
for sure. There's a rapper
Okay.
on it.
So right. So if you consider sitting on top of the world as a hip hop record, and I'm going to list some certain criteria that probably can help us define what a global impactful song is. We're looking at uh, probabilities like virality. We are looking at streaming numbers. We're looking at tour numbers. We're looking at recognition and award. We're looking at chart numbers and all. And if we list all these indices, there's probably only one that than that a song like Declan Rice has overseas on top of the world. Maybe we'll talk about virality because we saw a few people using the cap, but the cap itself is not really
No, the cap
the
is not even
song
Declan
base.
Rice.
Exactly.
Don't bring up. Nobody's bringing up the cap. Trust me.
Exactly. So if we're looking at strictly what the song did, you want to talk about Sitting on Top of the World as a song that got a Grammy nomination, as a song that got an international hip hop nomination across various industries. Now compare that number and compare things like that with a song like Declan Rice. You will
Alpha,
realize that the
please.
only thing Declan Rice has overseas on top of the world, and again,
Okay, question for
nobody's going
you.
to sit
Question
here.
for you.
Wait, man,
Okay.
wait, man.
All right.
And nobody's going to sit here and say Sitting on Top of the World was one globally impactful song. But if you want to look at data and indices for what should make a song
Brother Man, you're gonna
globally
take this
impactful,
Please,
one.
I just want to say
that song
something before I
probably has
step.
all these things over Declan Rice.
Okay.
Then
Ima,
again,
please,
that
Okay.
was
let me
why I
just
asked
talk
from
before I
beginning.
step. Like,
Okay.
this is the last thing I'm
Okay.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my last thing I'm saying. Bro, this is like, bro, you guys like to just deny niggas' successes, and it's very
Nobody's
crazy.
denying anything
No,
now.
no,
We are
bro, let me
making a
just talk
comparative
now.
Wait.
I allow you
analysis
to
here.
talk.
Let him
Just
finish and
wait.
let him finish.
Yeah.
I allow you to talk.
Please.
Okay.
When OD dropped the Clan Rice, was it at Bonner's level?
That's not even
Did
the.
factors in.
That's not even
No,
the.
like just general as an artist. Where was OD at when he dropped the Clan Rice?
Oh, but that's not what we're arguing.
No, wait, bro.
But
Everything
then that
matters,
factors into
man.
your
So
Even if
now
you
argument.
drop the
context matters.
past,
So
so
now
everything
context matters
matters, though.
suddenly. So now
Everything
context
No.
matters.
matters.
No,
So no, I'm trying to talk,
I think
wait. I
regardless.
don't know what y'all been talking about.
I think
I don't know
regardless.
what y'all been talking about, but bro, let
Yeah.
me just say my stuff and come on. You guys have been arguing from time. I just came here. I'm in Abuja. I'm drunk as fuck. But yeah, when OD dropped the Clan Rice, where was he at? Remember that. Okay, you guys want to minus that. Let's minus that out. Odmodu dropped the Clan Rice in a time where was there a hip hop song like that out there yet at that time? Hear the bounce, hear the rhythm. Niggas nowadays, as much as guys like to deny it, when Declan Rice performs, that song, I mean, the song literally increases in streams. Along about, thank you, God. But yeah, once Declan Rice scores a brace or a hat trick, or even when he fucks up, niggas are mentioning that P. I talk about impacts, the stuff that you feel like how niggas on the streets relate to the P. Whether you like it or not, even if it didn't do as much as you wanted it to do, Declan Rice had an impact on the global scale in hip hop.
Bro,
Now I'm going
Whether
to
you
ask you a
want it,
bro,
simple
there's
question.
football fan
Trey,
pages from India making
Trey,
videos with the
I'm going to
song,
ask you a
bro.
question. People throw footballers everywhere.
God.
Just because there's a football game and people talk about the
Ima, you're
players,
trying to
it's not
downplay
because of
it.
a
Ima,
black
you're trying
guy.
to downplay it. You're trying to downplay. It's still
Nigga,
the impact of the fucking record. It doesn't matter.
I
no,
don't know what.
man, I'm not
Anyway,
downplaying. I'm not downplaying
biased to
anything.
have
anyway,
having a
guys.
Guys,
True,
conversation.
true, true.
I'm
I
giving
thought we
you
were having
real
a
indices.
conversation, man. I
No
did
one's
not know
saying
it
Tell
was a
crazy.
me,
biased
apart
feed,
from
though.
Ima, come on,
You're
apart
man.
from
clearly
Afrobeat,
talking with bias, bro.
no,
You're
apart from
clearly talking with
Afrobeat
bias.
charts in
Ima,
You're clearly
Nigeria
talking
and
with
maybe
bias,
the
You know
bro.
what's so
UK, tell
crazy?
me any
They should
other
give us
real
a
quick,
person
conversation
with
at
okay,
top
this
chart
point.
real
anywhere.
quick, we're talking over each other. We're talking over each other. I actually wanted to end this topic like 30 minutes ago.
Because me, I'm tired.
You know, to say I know they
I
talk
am so
again.
tired.
Wait, man.
Because this circle that is going round and
Okay, you know
round.
what's so crazy? You know what's so crazy about like when people that argue data, bro, niggas
Bro,
have seen their back end do, and they are
bro.
telling you that they don't have any impact. People know you can literally see if his scores goes. People go to Spotify after they will see the numbers spike. People are telling them that
They're
it's a
telling you
waste
that
time.
they
enough.
see
I'm
Fair
like,
it.
enough.
May we
Fair
stop this
enough.
numbers thing.
So,
That 300%
okay,
is fake.
stop. Okay. This is where we end it, bro. Appreciate
people know say their
How
everybody.
back
guys?
end.
Appreciate
So
everybody,
you want to
man.
argue the
See 100.
numbers with the people that know
Oh,
the
goodness
numbers?
gracious. Goodness
You want to
gracious, man.
argue the numbers with the people that know the numbers? I am so
What?
confused.
How is this the most chaotic topic, bro,
I
in a long
really
time?
don't understand what is so confusing about this topic.
Anyway, Afrobeats in Paris, man. Afrobeats in Paris pretty much is what I'm trying to
Okay,
move
so
on
Ma,
to.
for
can I say
Afrobeat in
something
Paris,
random?
we had
Yeah,
some
Belema.
beautiful Africans that were at some different fashion shows in Paris this last week. And one of the most beautiful things I saw was that video where was it Jacquemus? I can't remember which brand that was.
Yeah, you're
That
right. You're right.
that
The Ashake,
Ashake was saying bonjour.
yeah, Ashake
He
was
said
good, yeah.
bonjour. I said,
Why are you
somebody
laughing at a
grabbed
black
that thing for
fan?
me. He said bonjour. Rema said bonjour. I
I'm
would
so
like to
sorry.
say
That bonjour video is the greatest thing on the internet
that
today.
video cracked me
Shout
up.
out to Deji for creating a 2 second clip, and that's how I'm gonna use bonjour. I said,
Oh,
Bonjour.
what's the big man doing
Bonjour.
over here?
It was really cute.
next week we can come back and talk about the impact.
I think Rema should go into modeling. I think that's clearly
He's a very pretty boy. He deserves.
is a very, very pretty boy. I think the pictures were beautiful. The artists were there. AG was at LV. I think what it is that now this
AG,
is one
yeah.
of the things, and this goes back to the
Don't
global
say it.
impact
Don't say
conversation,
it. Oh, yes.
where
Say it.
people have been calling streaming numbers for me. Again, streaming numbers is not the be all end all, but it is a big part of it.
It's a part of it.
What
Yeah.
are you doing outside of the music, right? So the artists are making connections. They are making all of these things. And I think it's very exciting to see them doing this now, because them being able to do this is what, say, for example, Burna was doing a few years ago, right? And he's still doing till now. Which is why a movie like F1 that's being sponsored by like General Motors and all these big names, right? They're shooting the music video for his song that's on the F1 soundtrack. They shot it on the F1 track, right?
Mad.
So he's meeting people that are in charge of F1. He's doing all of these different things, and this is how you make the
That's
connection.
Warner Music now, Atlantic now. It's Warner.
Again, gingerbread.
Yes, again, bro.
What am I saying? What are you saying? What am
Oh,
what am
man.
I saying?
I love this space so much, bro.
You guys should know that Ginger gets a little bit agitated at the mention
It's
of
just
Burna. So
you are saying it like he's this thing. He's signed to the label. I don't understand.
Right.
Warner Bros. making the movie.
is he the
I don't
only artist signed to
understand.
the label?
I'm sorry,
No,
is he
but
the
the
only one
Atlantic
that was
machine
on?
is
Come on, man.
though.
Please.
I'm on
The Atlantic
Anyway.
machine is working now.
Is he the only one signed to the label?
So the machine is not supposed to work.
Jude, now give
I'm
him
sorry.
some credit and
What I
stop
was
being
saying.
a
Guys, the machine.
Connections are being
Guys, the machine is
both in
coming,
the
man.
Wait, so is
music
that somebody
sphere.
talking about giving somebody credit?
I don't understand.
Guys,
Connections are
crediting
being
somebody else.
made for these artists, both in the music sphere and outside of the music as well. We
Yeah,
are doing
man.
things in movies, we are doing things in fashion,
Yeah.
we are doing all the things. Even though Gijabre wants to attack me on top of Warner. Yes, is he the only one signed to Warner? Like, calm down. Like, okay.
Alright.
How come everybody that is signed to Warner has not met F1 drivers? Calm down. Like,
Anyway.
let's chill.
Anyway, part of the moments in Paris too was Rema actually having a show. One of his stops for his tour was out there.
A show where Odumodu
Bro.
came on stage.
Anyway, Belema, please.
I wonder why. I wonder why Ice
I
Prince
want.
Igole could not come stage.
You want to
Perform
prove
better
that
Yo,
live.
this
man.
has global impact.
Yo, relax, man. Relax, please. But I feel like Paris had the best show when it comes to like at least guest appearances, or am I crazy? Cause
I mean, did he give out Birkin in Paris?
okay, you didn't give out Birkin, I guess. Outside
Yeah, but for,
OD,
for niggas that don't get Birkin, I'm guessing Paris was better for them.
what's his name? Magnificent. Anyway,
But I was
man.
arguing that they don't give you Birkin.
Yeah, man. But yeah, Ruga came out as well for Rema's show. I thought that was interesting. Who else came out again?
Man, why do you think that was interesting? Explain to us.
Charlie Poppy and Zeri came
So there
out.
was a working relationship there with Rema and Ruga. I mean, they've hinted at being cool, but I didn't know there was still like a friendship or that level of coolness. So
Hello,
that was nice to see.
touched.
So Chibi, are you saying that they were fighting?
I mean, it wasn't clear whether they were not, bro. Like it was, and this industry,
So
we
it's
know
not.
that everybody
So,
It was not
just.
clear
I
they
so
were
what
didn't
you
fighting.
are
They were
saying is
fighting.
that when it is not clear that something is not happening, it
Oh
is
my
okay
That
to
god.
means
assume.
it is
Oh
okay
my
to assume that is
god.
happening.
Oh my
See, I
god.
want to give. You guys are just being very
Oh my
dramatic.
god. No, Taj is trolling, man. Clearly. Anyway, I just said that in passing, man. It was not that
I
deep.
think there was also Zeridiel and his brother, right?
Yeah. Zeri, and Shali as well came out for the show, man. I think it was definitely a nice way for Rema to.
This life is
Yeah,
funny.
Paula
This life is
and
so
one
funny.
other French
Because
babe too.
before it would have been Shali and his brother. Now it's Zeri and his brother. Okay.
Anyway, man. Anyway, I said Ruga. Rema's Paris show was off as well, and today,
I mean,
yeah.
Ruga also was at the fashion shows and he gave us Shagun vibes. So that was
You
there.
give us what vibes?
He gave us Shagun vibes and he went
This
body.
kudos P down that he did. That was wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Conversation. I guess that's the whole point of Fashion Week.
I remember Daisy hinted at it before. That
Yeah. She
that
did.
they're going to be shaking things up with Ruga. And then
And he started with it in Paris with the fashion show.
yeah, exactly. Started it up, shaved it up. It is not necessarily wearing the eye patch as often. It's mostly
Make he open his eye. Now he be the next shaking up. No see.
all right. All right, man.
I
Yeah.
wanted to say something.
Okay.
I
What
already
else?
made my point about my highlights of the fashion week was Loco and Rema.
Yeah.
Random. I never realized how much Trilo sounds like Benson.
What?
What Dante
Hey, man, wait, I
is
want to say
killing me,
something real
man.
quick, I beg. Just while we're still on the
Yeah,
topic
Chibi,
of
sure.
discussions.
Yeah.
There's this song that Burna and Benson dropped by mistake last week on Apple Music. Like, I just have to talk about that
Is
song
it by
because
mistake?
no, it was obviously an accident drop because they
Are
took it
you
off
sure
after
it's
two
an
days.
accident?
Yeah, they took it off after 2 days.
Okay, but are you sure it's an accident? That's what the question was.
I assume it was an accident. Why would you drop music partially in some
Belema,
places?
Okay.
please
No,
don't
no
kill
worry.
me, please.
Continue.
Anyways, the point I was making was that it's like some of the best music I've ever heard. Like I hope they dropped the record. Like Burna was sliding, probably the best Benson music I've heard in forever. So yeah, something special. Like
Wait, how
obviously
long?
Good
How
Girl
long
and
was
A
this
dropped.
up for? Wait,
Was up for
we've
two
not entered any
days.
music yet,
You
bro.
know what? Don't even worry. I'll
Okay,
call the
sorry.
person that is going to explain to you whether it was a mistake is coming.
You should come and tell us.
Blessed is coming.
Blessed
Let me
is
just
going
say
to
real
come and
quick.
tell you if it was a mistake.
They dropped it for like 2 days, and when it dropped,
Mm,
like obviously all the other music I dropped, and that was the only thing I listened to for like 2 days straight.
okay.
Great stuff, great stuff.
Okay.
Wait,
Are you sure
Chibi,
it was a
was
mistake?
the record on the album?
I was on the album, yeah, but it took the place of Shady Vibes record, but it was a Burner and Benson song. It had it sampled this guy Lai, that Lai's
No.
simple
Like
Leon people
I
thing.
saw like the one that I commented the video that guy I don't know his name
Yeah,
pronounce it.
Benny dropped, yeah.
So like Benson's verse that part I've heard it before. It's like a old snippet maybe from last year or something that him
Oh,
and DJ Balami were playing. Like
Again.
they've played that record a couple times and I'm like
Yeah.
I can't wait for this to drop. But I've only heard that Benson's verse. I'm sorry,
All right.
part of the song. So that whole intro that I'm hearing Lai, I'm hearing Burna. is new to me. So I was like,
Okay.
if it's the song that got replaced, was it initially indicated? That was my question. That Burna
Okay.
was on it.
Blessed, welcome. How are you? How are you
Bless,
doing?
they have a question for you, man.
I've
How
not
are
been
you?
on this space forever,
Yeah,
man.
How
man.
are
Bro,
you?
Emmanuel,
Are you ready
I've
for
been,
tour?
I've been
Are
meeting
you
people that
ready?
randomly be like, oh, I know you from Emmanuel space. I'm like,
That's
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 true.
crazy.
crazy.
That's
That's
crazy,
true.
man.
Blessed, are you guys
Impact.
ready for tour? Are
Yeah,
you ready for
bro.
tour? Okay.
Cultural impact globally.
Cultural
I'm
impact.
ready.
Global impact.
Global culture impact.
Blessed. On that note,
Everybody
Yes.
talking about
confused.
global impact,
You're talking about
what
the
does it
album, bro.
mean? Talking about prepping
Yeah.
for tour, what does it mean to drop a song and remove it after 2 days?
Nobody, I don't know what you're talking about. Just
Oh,
go
and
and listen.
specifically, my
We dropped a
question,
new
Blessed.
song. I just came here to let people know there's a new song from the album, track 9. That is out. You just go and listen to it.
Yeah, we
Blessed,
enter
I
that
have a
one.
Is that
question.
song going to be on the album, please? I'm just begging, like,
If
personally. Are you guys going to have that song on the
Blessed,
album?
they said it was a mistake that it dropped.
There's no mistake. The album is dropping on Thursday, and it's an amazing body of work. Trust me, like
Captain.
he took his time on this one. It's been 2 years coming. It's been an amazing one. And I think there's been good reception for the singles. Just want to wrap it up with the album
Right.
on Thursday and just take it to the finish line and let's let everybody hear what
What's
we've been
what's
working
the release
on
date on that again?
Simple question, Blessed. Is Burna on the album?
When is not on the album now. This you
Okay, so
see,
that means that
we
song
The
goes
put
on
out
track
the
list
Thursday.
is
track
out. The
list
track list
already.
is out, man.
Exactly.
The
There's a
track
track
list is
list.
out.
There's a
The
Did you
track
track
see
list is
Burna
list.
out.
Boy on there?
Wait, I'm sorry.
So that song is not going to be on the
Wait,
album then.
I
I
don't know. I don't know what like
wait.
I don't know what you people are talking
Sorry,
about.
this
Blessed is being
question is not
possible
for.
literally
deniable.
exactly
Sorry,
Doesn't know what we're
Belema for
talking
lack of
about.
a better word.
sorry. I mean, this question is not for Blessed, but like for others in the room, so I don't put him in any trouble. But like, what actually happened? I missed the gist. Like, what happened with the whole Benson situation? I actually missed it.
Yeah,
Nothing
I missed it as
happens. An
well.
album is coming out on
The
Thursday.
album is
Blessed,
coming out
kindly
on
let me
Super
ask you
Thursday.
something
That's all
Chibi.
that
that
you need
will
to
give
know.
me true
Taj,
gist.
ask Chibi. He
Come up.
said
Bro,
it.
I'm telling you,
Taj,
Chibi,
ask
No
sorry.
they
Chibi.
surprise,
dropped a
guys.
song.
Taj,
Ask,
ask
ask,
Chibi.
ask Chibi privately.
So basically, right, I have the album pre-added on Apple Music. It says new track out, and I go and check it out. And it's the She Vibe song on BNXN. I go in to
Okay.
spin it first time, and it's Burna Boy glazing at the intro, like he's just doing some crazy pee.
Okay.
It's like some of the best song, like some
Chibi,
of
are
the
you
best
sure they
music I've
didn't, they
heard.
didn't hack your Apple Music? Because I don't know.
Nah,
Chibi, are you
my Apple
sure
Music
it
is
was?
sensitive as
Wait,
hell. Don't
if
worry.
if
let me ask
if
you
anyone
something.
else heard it,
So
please
now,
wait, real quick. If anyone else heard
now,
it, please reply to the space. If you did in fact hear
Don't
what Chibi is
reply.
talking
Don't
about.
reply. Don't answer, man.
Please, they don't land lawsuit for some people
so
head. The
so who
coup.
they drop Sakam and J for us
But
now?
Chibi,
Now
I want to tell you that
Chibi
if you
on a
think
blessed.
if you
Your
think that was
minus.
the, if you think that was the best Benson you've heard, just listen to the album again. I'll be back here
Oh
when
yeah,
next week
no.
Monday.
But he said the best Benson he said is the one with Banana.
No, that's what
Say
I'm
no
saying.
dey the album.
That's what I'm saying is
Say no
like
dey the album.
if you thought that was I don't know what he
That
heard
song
though,
is
but if you
masterful.
thought
I'm sure even you know personally. Obviously, you don't want to speak about it, and I understand. But that
no, I'm
song
telling
is
you, I'm
like
just
a
telling you that
masterpiece.
don't worry, just listen to the album.
Chibi, don't overthink
You'll be
it. The
back.
album will come out on Thursday and
Okay,
you will
him don't
hear
talk.
it.
Say Burna did the album.
Exactly.
Now wait till you want talk.
Yeah,
Now wait
man.
till you
Burna
No,
is
Yeah.
Burna
not
is not
there.
on the
Just
album now.
He just
I
said,
said
like,
guys, the
why
track
you
Chibi
list,
can't hear the one with
keep
Chibi
lecture?
here now.
the track list is
Guys,
out. Why are you
even
guys
the other songs,
confused?
the
Oh
songs
my
that
god.
actually on the project.
I'm screaming.
What should be here? They might have
The
been an alien
argument
from
now putting it
space.
to the jumbotron.
I've seen
Oh
the
my people are not
project
listening,
that
man.
dragging the
People are not
Chibi, they
listening.
drop
song.
Sakam and J for us.
Why are you people pinning it to the jumbotron? What's wrong with you
This
people?
spinning, this is
Ninja,
illegal
Chibi is not
material.
lying now.
This is
Bro,
wait, what is
Chibi is
getting
lying. I
pinned?
That
posted it.
way they use this space as evidence in
They should
court.
remove it, remove it, remove
This person, see, this for all we know, this person might have gotten this somewhere and just paste.
It's
No,
Benny.
it's
It's
not.
Benny. Benny
Does
is
he
it.
add
always
up?
posting. Benny
Yeah.
is
They
always
Benny, they
sell,
should
They
go
are
and
saying
they
hold
sell
Benny.
one file. They
set
sell
up
one file
featuring
to
Shay
Chibi. You don't
vibes.
know.
They should go and hold Benny. Anyway, to the song that did drop. Was it yesterday or the day before?
Yeah, it was today, literally
It
midnight,
was today actually.
or
Okay.
yesterday.
Yeah, I guess yesterday.
It was Monday. I
Yeah, track
actually
9.
enjoy how that nigga moves, bro. Like, just wake up and I want to drop song, and I'll drop song because I trust my families. I think we don't give enough credit to Benson for how much he also builds his community. and audience. Like it really, really
Oh
is
yeah, for
about that.
sure.
Yeah, it's really about that. But yeah,
Definitely.
the song is amazing. The song is very like I'm hearing some like there's something that if I've never heard the album and I don't have expectations as usual, but I feel like we are gonna get maybe gospel Benson more than once
Mm.
because of this record and the outro. Because listening to this record, I can think of Pray easily. That's the name of the song, right? The Pray gospel record on his
His
first
gospel
album.
record, Modupe and Pray. Those two, but yeah.
No. Modupe is very like Yoruba folk, like that direction is grateful and is that way. I'm saying like this feels like a gospel record. It sounds like something you could have not literally, but it sounds like something you could have heard in your church growing up. That's what Pray sounds like, and that's what this sounds like sonically. It's not the same song, but it's really beautiful. It's really going like right and right for the relatable material to like the everyday man.
Okay.
Um, and I know, like this, because Benson is so, we could talk about like his verse on the Ayomaf record. It's so interesting how his brain works towards writing records. And people have conversations about Benson appeals to like the middle class Nigerians upward and whatnot. If I dare say anything, I would say from like the Ruga joint project to now is he has had some things that I feel could go to the niggas in the trenches if need be. Like it's really tapping into the Afro Adora guys. Um yeah, but this song is really beautiful. I really enjoyed the record.
All right. Any other thoughts on this new record? Anyone else heard it? No. So it's only Dante on this space, on this speaker that has heard the song. It dropped today, so I guess we can.
Okay.
I guess we can drop. We can talk
Let
about it. Yeah.
let me. I listened to it. I think that as usual, this one. I think maybe this track is the one that is making me now sort of like anticipate the album now because I think the other ones I'm not sure.
Really?
Per se. Yeah, I listen to them too, but I'm not like big on it. Like, hey, I'm waiting for Benson's album. But this one,
Got you. Got
I
you.
think so. I think I want to listen to Benson's album right now. I think is it sophomore now? That's the second one, right?
Yeah.
Apart from the EP,
Mhm. Mhm.
so yeah, I think it's something to look forward to. Dropping, it's probably dropping the same month. Yeah, his boss too is dropping. His former boss is dropping too in this same month. So
Yeah,
I'll see
man.
what it feels like in the album this
Very
time.
active
I'll see
month,
what.
July. Very active
Yeah,
month.
I want to see what it feels like in the album. But definitely Benson. I don't think Benson lacks like when it comes to like what he's saying, the reason why I don't think he lacks in that department. I think he's always been that guy. He's witty with it. I don't think that he has shortcomings when it comes to that. And obviously he's very melodious
Okay.
and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that it works easily. It's a track I can listen to again.
Okay.
Yeah.
So does it align with what Dante is saying, especially in terms of the gospel sonics and messaging?
Yeah, it did come across to me as maybe me I'm not big in the whole gospel song like circle, but I think it did come across to me as gospel though.
But
Maybe a
or
little
Afro
bit of
Adura.
but this Odo Afro God bless you. It gives me that vibe, yes. But not gospel like I'm listening to Chandler Moore, I've been waiting to call this name. No, like it's yeah.
Channel is
I'm
crazy,
listening to
bro.
Trevor, with Travis Green and co.
Yeah.
This one is yeah, this one is I think it gives more yeah, I think it has more Afro to it than
Okay. Fair
anything else.
enough.
You know
Yeah.
what a good pointer is, right? Not exactly like I said, because there were no like choirs in the record. But have you ever heard all these like type of under the canopy of God type records? Like those from like 2011, 2013, 12 type of gospel records. If you were living
It's
back
crazy.
in like the southwestern part of like Nigeria, and like there is the thing about Benson like captivating. Okay, may I not cast something, but I think you guys get the idea of what I'm saying.
Yeah, I can see something. More you said
My
under the
bro, cast,
canopy.
cast what you want to cast.
No, but yeah, I think we will definitely, because I haven't heard it yet, but definitely at the end of this week we will catch up on even more new music, and we should be getting the album by God's grace. So yeah, we definitely have a lot to talk about. But still speaking of Benson, he showed up as a guest feature on Arimaf's debut album. Okay. Arimaf, the Prince of the Streets. Okay. Already we know Arimaf and his activity in the last couple of years. Next rated nominee. Streets. I mean, yeah, street breakouts act in lots of ways. Thanks to the moment with Fireboy. But yeah, man, he has his debut album. Did anyone else get to hear the album? Any initial thoughts on his first attempt at a full length body of work? Any takers? Or people don't want to.
I think Gang was fun. I think I heard that record.
Yeah,
Crazy vibes.
Gang was fun too. Yeah, I
I
agree.
like that one.
Okay. Is it that people didn't listen or people don't care? Okay. Gotcha.
Just because like a lot of people are not coming up to speak about new music, I don't know if you have more space in the speaker section, but I can drop because I haven't heard new stuff.
Fair
So
enough.
people that have heard stuff can come up and speak on new music.
Fair enough.
We're still
Thank you,
talking new
Harvey.
music.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, next time I
Sorry.
talk about the hardest job this week. Oh, if I talk
No,
about
we'll
music.
get
No,
we'll
before
get there.
before we'll get there. Before we get there, I also want to mention something that is upcoming. Upcoming is our brother Dami Crane is dropping no signs of me.
Oh, Belema.
Oh God, man, please. Hi God.
Anyway.
He's dead, stop
Belema has
beating him.
mentioned it twice this week.
Anyway.
Like you literally came up to say, in case you guys did not hear me the first time.
Anyway, man. But yeah, lots of new music. AQ as well dropped. I don't know if we have a hip hop correspondent, but AQ dropped, and I've definitely been enjoying a lot of that from the album. Again, I'm not gonna post it up for people, but if any thoughts on the album, be sure to jump into it. But also, other than AQ, we had a collab.
Wait, Iman, I want to the song with Cabex is on the album.
Yes, it is. The Cabex record.
Yeah,
it's hard. It's a hard record too.
I love
It's a hard record too. AQ. Yeah, definitely.
Iman, did you like his other albums?
Yes, but this is my favorite from the God's Engineering series at least. But my favorite overall is still Gold. Like I stand to Gold as his best work. It's very super concise. It's social commentary in one of the finest ways. I think he always has a way of like.
Is that the one with Brimo?
Yeah. There's a Brimo record on there. No, but it's not the album. No. Sorry, it's not the album with Brimo. It's not the Ethos one. No, it's not that. But Gold had the record with Chike. There's a song with Chike on it. If I'm putting.
Okay, wait. Is the gold one that has the record with Chike?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fire.
But yeah. It's my favorite. But this God's Engineering 3, the record that blew my mind and it was on stream as well was the record with King Madi and Ajabo Hustlers. I think it's one of AQ's finest rapping on when it comes to like sitting in the pocket of a production. And shout out to Ramoni, man.
As in staying on beat, Abby.
Yeah, I mean staying in the pocket. Let's give it. Yeah. I think
They said he's been doing that since the last album.
he's been doing that since Gold. But I think
I didn't notice it's good, but
it definitely wasn't Gold. It definitely wasn't Gold. But
usually he's always off beat.
But I think
shout out to Ramoni, man.
I think Ramoni's production, man. Ramoni's production on this, King Madi as well, having a very alternative like Lady Donley-esque type delivery. My goodness, man.
Alternative vocal arrangement.
Bro, King Madi stunned on that record. And of course Ajabo Hustlers.
King Madi is just testing and testing things. I'm into it.
Her feature run right now has been exciting.
She's building a resume of different directions she can go into. So
I love that.
When by the time you now hear something different from her, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, like I've seen glimpses of this before.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it won't be too shocking.
Yeah, it's not your typical King
She has
Madi.
her freedom now, so she can explore.
Okay.
I don't know what I meant.
Okay.
Please, let's not use that word explore. It's giving me PTSD. I
Please,
don't get that word.
let's not do that. This is not this kind of space. Please.
I was not gonna say that. I just use
You
a
people are
word
watching
that
Love
is not
Island too
explore. I
much.
don't tire to
This
the
is
hear
not that kind
explore,
of
man.
space.
Watching Love Island too much.
But still speaking on the AQ album, there's a record with Terry Akpala.
Sorry, we are speaking on AQ album.
Yes, I am.
Belema, allow me.
Yes, now he dropped album now.
He dropped an album. You don't think it's worth talking about?
No, no,
He dropped an
I
album, but I
didn't
think
say
the
that.
So
album was a
Belema, they
very
talk
good
say
rap
AQ
album.
no be artist now, Abi.
No, I said we are speaking on it. I thought we were just mentioning it and moving on.
I'm still talking.
Wow.
Wow,
See Belema.
That is why
Oh,
Nobody
Belema, you're on the
flatters
roll.
latest.
Now why Okuchi come space last week? They tell us say we don't used to pay attention to hip hop. When there is beef.
Onto beef, man.
See now talking about Ghanaian you want us to move.
Anyway.
No.
Sorry, is this the album that you say AQ
Please.
is rapping on beat?
Please call. Oh my God, Belema, my goodness, man. Belema is just a stress person, man. I just want to finish this point, man. There's a song. There's a song called Redesigns where Aki does this crazy scheme where he's referencing like OGs and basically picking up their controversies, quote unquote, and basically taking the lessons from them. And he does this with a very crazy play of words with them.
That was a very good record.
With Tubaba, Plantation Boys.
Yeah. The first time I heard it, I tweeted, "Was this a diss for Two-Face?"
It feels like a diss, but it's like
it's not a diss. Actually, it was actually very good wordplay.
Yeah, it was brilliant wordplay.
Very good.
Brilliant wordplay on that record. Read the signs. There's a style plus scheme. There's a Timaya scheme there. There's like he just finds some clever ways of using their song titles into bars, and I thought it was very dope. And of course, Terry Akpala, man. I don't know if Terry Akpala is free right now, but free that nigga, man. Super talented. Showed up again on that record. But yeah, man, I'm enjoying the AQ album G3 if it's not obvious enough. But in terms of new music as well, we got another project. We got TML and Last Mid. They dropped a record that Last Mid was here to kind of tease and let us know about it. But my goodness, man, Sweet Songs for You. I'm just gonna go out and say this is punching up for my album of the year conversation.
Oh, come on, you said that on New Music Friday,
I said that.
and I was shaking my head.
I am
like, come on, don't do this.
I am 10 toes. I have been spinning this record. I have been spinning this. Wait.
What's your album of the year?
Ima, are you coming for my list? Are you coming for my list? My preference. Anyway, Sha.
Well, you might have a question.
Anyway, Sha.
Niggas can't have preferences
No, it's obvious. It's obvious play from songs. Sweet song. What's it called?
Some sexy songs for you.
Some sexy songs for you. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just like, yeah, we could have been more original, especially because
for
of
sure.
Nigerian,
like yeah, and I don't even think this is
the play into that.
Yeah, but sometimes it might feel like on the nose, but I hear it in terms of originality. But my goodness, man, this is the most fun I've heard like TMO in a while. When it comes to that Ghana Jollof record, when it comes to that Magic record, and then obviously they brought some of their singles out. But my goodness, man, Last Mid, my respect for him even went up, even far beyond like that we've talked about. He's so good when it comes to his harmonies, man. He stands out time and time again on many moments in this album. Miss for Corner was a very good example of that. His efforts on La Fête as well, the record that had like a Gabon artist. If they definitely play their cards right, I feel like that song has that like viral, quote unquote, like elements to it that I think it can pick up. And it's super like, yeah, it's a very concise project. There's obviously no fat around it. I'm not taking any record away from this record, and deliver that song with TML vibes that everyone was convinced that it was Zeno in the beginning. It has a very Zeno type flow.
That was my favorite song from the project.
Bro, it's such a record, man.
That record is amazing. The arrangement is so, because they posted the back like the
Yeah.
I guess BTS.
Mm-hmm.
Although maybe it's just my own brain, but I've not been able to align any of the songs they were singing in the video with the songs on the
Yeah, yeah.
project. But because I was looking forward to like the one particular melody TML was doing, I was like, this guy is just crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
But
man.
it's a great project. I'm hearing it's the first ever Nigerian Ghanaian project.
Which is
I
crazy
don't
to
know.
think of. I don't even know if
Like
there is like
took
a Ghana Nigeria
it
like
took
collab at this scale. But yeah.
as a project.
As a project, yeah.
It seems that's not the case. It just took what youngins or Gen Z boys to come up in the world for them to do it.
Yeah, man.
Anyways, yeah, beautiful project, proper like African music. I didn't know Last Week could sing that well.
Bro, he's so good. This guy is
His
good,
vocals
man.
is amazing. But also from my thing that drew me to the project, one of it really, again from the rollout, not rollout video, like the BTS video from
Mm-hmm.
the camp in Ghana, was Lasmith was actually singing, and the producer was actually telling him how to like go about the notes he wanted in that melody, and I was like, and he did it, and I was like, okay, this guy is sick. Then to get to the project and how they were finding pockets and how it's quite cohesive, how um they were bouncing off each other. They even in the arrangement they had their solo records
They had their
on
solo
it.
records too, yeah.
Yeah,
It
that's
was
so sick.
very
Like
it was very sweet sexy songs for you in that sense. Where some of
I
them had their solo records too. There's a solo Abena by TML. There's a solo Olivia, which obviously has already been a big record in Ghana before this record
and there
dropped.
was Bon Appetit.
Yeah, and then Bon Appetit.
Yeah, so
Bon Appetit sounded harder, bro, on this album. It just hit harder,
yeah,
bro. Nah, that Spinall production was insane. Spinall cooked, bro. Spinall producer credits needs to be like it needs to be emphasized a lot more. People don't know Spinall as a very dope producer. They'll just know him as a guy that creates. Like his very recent what was the other production that he did? Was it another album where he was on? Can't remember who it was.
the Olamide.
Yes, the Olamide record, man. The Olamide record, man. Yes. Shout out to Spinall.
The Dr. Dre record.
Yeah, the Dr. Dre Olamide record, bro. Insane moment, man. But yeah, Bon Appetit entered,
Yeah,
bro, like
but
crazy.
Wait, Ima, is Last Week not the guy that came to this place that last time?
Yeah, that's what I'm
yeah,
saying. Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
the
it
guy.
was.
it was here. Yeah, man.
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
that's the guy.
He's
Now,
from
Dapper Boy,
Ghana.
Abi.
Yeah,
He's from Ghana.
yeah. Dapper, bro, and bro, the Dapperness still showed up, bro. There was still that very like clumsy type of not getting things in order type of arrangement that happened. Things that were
I
obviously
think that was my
avoidable.
disconnect with the album.
Bro.
I don't feel like some songs weren't complete.
Yeah.
It felt like it was a rush. Really, I think that was what put me off in the album.
Right.
The quality,
The
in terms of
Ololufe record.
the artist performance was good, but it just felt like it felt a little disjointed for me in a way.
No, I
And
think the obvious
it.
one. The obvious one was Ololufe, the record that started beautifully and then immediately we're jumping into the last verse abruptly, and I'm like And then I see on my Spotify software that the record is ending at 1:10, but if you look at the track list, it ends at 2:31. So I'm like, so the audio file is definitely shorter than what is here. It was just weird, but thankfully they fixed it since then. Okay, they fixed it. But I've been stuck on this album for most of this long weekend, and yeah, Miss Fokona is the record that I'm there, man. Deliver.
Wait, is that the album you said is your album of the year or part of your album of the year?
I love how people just want to roll with the thing. I said it's definitely punching up in the conversation for me. I'm definitely considering it.
Okay.
Man. Yeah, for sure. Like 1,000%. Like this year has been an interesting year for projects.
Well, the tiny decks, talk about the tiny decks.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay, so now Dafa has started his own. It's very, very interesting, man. They've started like a very, I mean, it clearly shows like Tiny Desk type of layout, right? But as far as the quality of the actual production of it, the mixing of it, shout out to TY Mix, apparently was behind it. It sounds amazing. Definitely, I've not finished it yet, but I still want to get time to get to it.
TY Mix with their VP for Dapper, Navi.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. He's one of their he's one of their major execs on that. But obviously, it's still white mix, so the quality on the mix was great for that particular live setup. But and they had like the whole like live band. They had backup singers too to bring some of these records to life, man. And that mix for Connor was crazy live as well. Like yeah, man, this is it's an album that I'm not walking away from anytime soon, bro. Like
But
yeah.
Last Mid was eating up TML in that record he did on that tiny desktop.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
nigga had
Which one? Which one of them? Which one of them?
the one they did. I don't know the one that is going viral. The one that was all over the TL. He
Right.
was
It
he
means
was
the one
singing the
whereby
video,
basically
the
the
one that had the
trailer.
clip.
Oh, the trailer
Basically
I
the
of
think
it. The
so.
trailer.
trailer
I think it
of
was
it.
the
Yeah,
trailer.
yeah,
Or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. There's a trailer of
Yeah,
it. No, but
he was
last minute perform. Like
TML.
I've not seen him much as a. Even though like this is a guy that has been through talent show after talent show. Like he has won talent shows as well. Like he's a performer. Like he actually
Wait, he
does
came
all
for a
these things.
talent show too in Nigeria, abi, or something.
I'm not sure if he did in Nigeria,
Or
but
did he?
in Ghana he did. He did multiple, and he won one of them.
No, in Ghana. In
Yeah,
Ghana, yeah.
yeah. But yeah, man. Sweet songs for you, Last Me TMO. That's where I'm at right now in terms of my favorite releases as well from this week. But New Music Friday was fun for me this week, man.
Iman, did you
Clearly,
listen to Evelyn?
I did as well. Another good record that dropped this week, man. Fire moment. Good Girl LA is back, man. And I'm so gingered. I'm so excited about what she can actually do in this new setup now with Vibes. Shout out to Andre Vibes. He has set up his own record label and
There's this
she's the
guy you
first
played his
artist.
album on Good Music Friday. Rona or what's that guy's name?
Rona, yes.
Oh man, that
Rona was
R&B
another good record.
EP
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
good, bro.
Rona definitely one of my other moments this
Oh
Friday, bro.
man,
Bro, we were spoiled this New Music Friday, man.
nah,
I there's
it
so
was
many good
really good.
records.
Wait,
May I
wait,
speak of my
are you
happy
Okay,
speaking of
can
Good
um
Girl LA? Can you speak of Good Girl?
Sorry, let's speak on the Google LA first, and then we get to Rona, and then
Yeah.
I know Pepe
So
wants
yeah.
Good
to.
Girl LA
So
is
so sorry.
so
So sorry, Gingerbread.
Yeah.
We're gonna do Good Girl and Leona, and then we're gonna go to I think it was the Kazis, right, Pepper?
Yeah, Pepe wanted to talk
Yeah.
about
that's what
Kazi's, yeah.
that's really what I'm here for. But yes,
And I'm also
continue.
here for Don't Let Me Drown.
Hello, of course you are.
I actually want to talk about that F1 project actually.
Yeah.
me too, me too.
Yeah, we'll
But
definitely
let me do
talk
Good
to
Girl LA.
yeah, Google LA.
Yeah, Good Girl LA first. Yeah, I think yes, as you said, yeah, I'm very happy that she's back.
I'm so happy, man.
It's been a long time. I feel like after that early Momo, I was like, where is this girl? Where is this girl? Where do you get? As in, she's back. I like this whole new identity again. Gothic. I know she's had it too, but now she's like really embracing it now. Like
Yeah.
this whole gothic figure stuff like that, the knife thingy, stabbing. But the crazy thing is that I like the song, but she's good girl. And yeah, she says
She
she's a
said,
bad
I know
girl.
if
She's
a
a
good
bad
girl
girl.
again,
She's
yeah.
like she's not a good girl again. She's a bad
Yeah,
girl.
she
I'm like,
said, I know if a
your
good
name
girl
is
again.
literally good girl. You're and you're screaming that you're a bad girl. You're a bad girl. I'm like, bruh, I love the song. I think that she I think that she now has a chance to now take the boost by the horn and
Yeah,
then
man.
run with it.
Yeah.
I want to hear what the EP is. I don't know if the EP has dropped, but she
No.
already posted it. It has
Yeah.
like 2 tracks on it,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. I want to see what that's about and where it takes her to.
Yeah, man.
But to be honest, I love it. I'm happy for her. I'm happy that she's back.
Bro.
She is an amazing musician.
Bro, she's an
Honestly,
amazing
because I've met her
vocalist.
one on
Oh,
yeah.
let's emphasize the vocals, man, on this record, bro. Oh my
Like
As
they are
goodness.
in the
very her vocals
that's
are
what I'm saying.
just yeah.
That's what
Strong.
I said. I know like
Very
that's what I said. An
commanding.
amazing music. Like her
Yeah.
vocals are dope. She's
Yeah, man.
she's
Very
good
commanding, man.
and yeah, for someone that I'm like nah, she has to win. She just has to win.
Yeah, man. I'm
That's it.
I'm crossing my fingers for an Ira collab at some point for them to just go like head to head on their runs on their race at some point.
I
Yeah,
can see it working. I mean,
yeah.
Jazzy sort of looks involved too. So yeah,
I mean,
that can
it's
happen.
Andrew Vibes behind
Yeah,
it, so
yeah,
then it's not too
yeah.
far off. But yeah, man, that was Good Girl LA. I'm looking forward to the project that this is going to come out with. But yeah, man, Rona, real quick, an artist that was, I think, I'm still not sure, but he is with NBA. This was an NBA project essentially. But his name is Rona, Rone. And I haven't gotten to the rest of it yet. But the first two tracks that I got to spin on the project, Always You and Ready, very, very strong. But I mean, it's more R&B than it is Afro per se, but definitely strong.
It's the best R&B I've heard from a
Yeah.
Nigerian in a while, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
It
very
was just ridiculously too good, man.
nice. No, it was good.
Like I was listening, I was like, who is this guy? Like
Yeah.
this on Friday was the first time I heard of his name, and I went and I spinned the album. I remember I was making dinner and I was listening to the album on Sonos, and my
Nice.
wife popped up. I was like, who's this person? I'm like,
Yeah, man.
man, it's the first time I'm hearing him. That's how good he is, man. It's
Yeah, man. Shout out to NBA.
yeah.
They have a good ear for guys. There's so many people that have come through the channel from that space as well. So I'm looking forward to what they're doing with Rona as well. But yeah, man. More new music because he's dropped. I haven't gotten
Quick
to
one.
that yet.
Can I say something, please?
Yeah, 9B. Yes, go ahead.
All right. Runa wants to say thank you. He's on the space. If you can bring him up, please. I would appreciate.
Oh, is he
it.
here?
Thank you. Yeah, if you're questioning, just hear me right now that I would like to say thank you to everybody on the space.
I don't see him.
Oh, really?
Don't see
I
him.
can't
Belema, do you
see
see
him
him?
right now.
Belema?
Wait, Ima, the NBA you're referring to, is it Godwin Tom's NBA?
Yeah.
NBA for Africa, yeah. NBA for Africa, yeah.
Mado, okay. I didn't know
Yeah,
they were doing
they
that
did
stuff.
a different approach this year. This year, they're each of this year each
Oh,
of
yes,
their
yes, yes, yeah.
artists this year each of their artists are releasing like as individual artists, so they're promoting each of them as like
Individual
individuals.
projects. Right.
Yeah, with their own music projects as opposed to like a joint.
Makes more sense for sure.
Nice.
So yeah,
That's
good for
dope,
them.
though. That's dope. That's dope.
Yo, I don't know if we
No,
have.
that was a really dope collection of songs from him, man. Like
Nice.
was really good, man. Really good.
And actually, hold on.
I think
I believe if you guys give me 1 second, I can get Rona in here.
Yeah, real quick.
Please, if you guys.
Sorry. Oh, I was just doing it. But I'm sure
Yeah,
Harvey
he's
was.
here.
Yeah.
Rona should be here in a second. I think. Oh, hi, Rona. Can you hear us?
Hello.
Hi guys. Hey.
How are you?
Good morning. Good
Nice to
morning,
meet you,
basically.
man.
So yeah.
Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you guys.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Congrats on the project.
Thank you.
Fire.
I'm happy you guys like it.
Fire, man. Fire. I still need to get the rest
Fire,
of it,
bro,
but
fire.
that's great. Great release so far, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah. How was it like putting everything together with like I know the NBA teams, the producers, and then I think you also had the one with Pappy Bryce as well.
Yeah. So like coming into the program, I actually didn't know what NBA was when I came. A friend sent me the link, was like, you know what, you should put your song, and I already had songs out already, so I put in one of my songs there and I was picked. So but I was in Abuja, so I had to fly. They flew me down all the way to Lagos, and I had to meet this bunch of new people that I had no idea people like I knew from far, like I knew what they did, but like I was now in close contact with them. So we were able to create something like beautiful, especially the songs we took. It was so stressful, but like it was worth it. Sore throat, sleepless nights. We were writing, making sure that the production was right, making sure that the lyrics was right. It was a lot, but we were able to get it done, and it was really good.
That's dope, man. That's dope, bro. Definitely looking forward to more from you, bro. Because I know it was just a quick like 2 tracks that I got to hear, and it was very, very dope. First impression, at least. And
That's good.
looking forward to it, man.
That's so good. Thank you, man.
Appreciate it. Yeah,
I'm
Pepe.
gonna definitely check it out. Since your recommendation, I think it's dope. I'll check it out.
Yeah, man. Definitely check it out if you haven't, of course. Pepe, real quick, you wanted to touch on more new music?
I was gonna say my hardest drop of the week, the Kazees,
Because
the freaking
Is it
Kazees
a
dropped.
project or a song?
What's it? No,
it's
just a
a
song.
The
song.
It's
song.
a
Okay,
song.
nice.
They
Shout
were
out to Kaziz,
They
here.
man.
finally dropped Go Harder. Thank goodness.
Nice.
Yeah, they were
I think.
here a while back.
Yep.
The
That I missed.
twins. Yeah, the twins were here a while back. So if you're familiar, you know the Kazis are awesome. So that
Yeah.
song is 10 over 10.
Yeah,
Nice,
no,
nice.
when the snippet dropped, I knew I was gonna like it, but I'd been waiting for them to drop the song, so they finally dropped it. It's
Yeah.
called Go Harder.
What's the vibe on
In
this one?
fact,
Like,
It's hard.
honestly, it's
It
really
is hard.
giving is what it
Wait,
is
are they
hard,
not a
genuinely.
not be DJ them be?
No, they
No,
are
Are the producers?
no.
wow, we
producers
Okay,
of
Are
try.
the
so
producers?
We,
Which
we,
one of you?
we try our best
Wait
to have
now.
hold
artists
on.
Or
on
producer or
to
something?
tell them their life story,
They are
and
The
yeah, you're
Kazis were
coming.
here and they explained that they are
they do usually do
multifaceted
everything.
artists. They
Yes,
are
they produce, they
producers,
write, they
they
do music
write, they
themselves.
sing,
Yeah,
they do everything.
they do
Honestly,
everything.
they are also like video directors as well.
Right.
So everything they do
They do
is
usually do it.
they do everything you can think about. They do it, and they do it in an effort to push they were doing it to make money to be able to become musicians, and so that's how they got good at everything. So yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
including
no,
graphics
I think
design.
the graphic they do everything. That's what we are saying. They do it all. But more specifically, like obviously all of it is in a bid to push their music. But what I was trying to say is I think that's practically the only song I've listened to today, like on repeat.
That's
It
crazy.
literally gives battery in the back energy.
Okay.
Because I tweeted it today. I said when the Kazi said what's it called? I either go hard or go harder. No fee go home. I said you are too real because where are we going to truthfully?
Yeah.
It's like is imagine like it's just battery in the back kind of energy in terms
Nice.
of
Yeah.
like subject matter, but it's a
It's very
fantastic
much
record.
a motivational kind of
Yeah,
thing.
motivational.
Got
But
it.
And
not in the aspire to perspire way.
no, no,
Motivational
at
sound.
all. It's actually like really good because there's the part where like I think everybody should actually go listen to the lyrics or whatever. But
Bro.
they did like a and they did an open verse challenge as well. And it was like if I don't go hard, then I go see my mama or something like that. It was very like
Oh,
check it
no, they
out.
have very iconic lines on it. Even me that I don't like off like first listen for me, like I typically like lyrics are down the line in what it is I listen to in music, but there were certain things like off rip I could pick up. Like
Nice.
they have such clever writing. So yeah.
Nice,
Listen
nice.
to
The
Kazi's today.
snippet
That's
was
what I'm
out for
saying.
Yeah,
quite a while.
as someone who understood what they were saying, they wrote amazingly. Like I think that's the
Bro,
stage that
when
can't
they
be
what I think they
questioned.
said, what's it called? I do me, I suffer. I do me suffer. I said,
Yeah, like
wait, whoa,
the
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Oh,
whoa.
okay, okay.
the
You guys
Yeah,
major
have hyped us
like
up
chords.
for this record, child.
They
Let's
had
normally do it
Okay.
though when we jam it.
No,
Nice.
you guys
they
should go
had
check it
if
out
you
for
jam
sure,
it and
for
it's
sure.
not
It's
sweet, come and
actually
call
really
Is
me.
good.
I have never put you
but
people
wait, I
Yeah.
when have I given you
Pepe,
people wrong
I
recommendations
One
have
this
thing I'll
life?
say is
bias
that
for
the,
Truthfully.
this
is
Actually,
they
song.
have a lot of sleeper hits. Like they have a lot of
yeah,
songs that I
they have a
listen to, and
lot.
I'm just like, oh wow,
It's
that should
not the
not be
same
like
guys.
on repeat.
They now then they involved in Kumi
yeah, the
Yeah,
Kobe
they're the
record.
Kumi,
ones that
Yeah.
Olamide,
did
the bunch of
Arege.
people
They
actually.
produced
Yeah.
that.
They've written for a lot
They
of
Mm-hmm.
people.
produced
Because I know
produce
I've seen,
Arike.
yeah.
Also, they I think what it was and what was interesting about this one is that with the open verse challenge, there were so many that I thought were really good. Like Oladapo did an open verse for
Yeah,
them.
it did.
They
But
had like
Ladapo did. I
Actually,
missed it
yeah,
let
so
me say something about
I'll
that.
send it to
The
you.
the day before that, so like I have a bias for Go because I've heard it live. They performed it live at a lot of was event back in was it April,
Man.
and
oh yeah, yeah,
right
yeah.
right and the whole like I don't even know what to call it, but the event place we were in basically went crazy,
Nice.
and I think they performed maybe like I can't remember maybe like twice, but every time people were just like even it was just a snippet at that point, right? And people were really hyped
That's what
about the
I'm
record.
saying. I don't even
Then
need
the
to talk
open
too much. I've
verse,
never strayed you people far in this life.
yeah,
So if
and
you've
then the
listened to it,
open
simple as
verse
short.
came, and then Olako went into his own and he was talking about his own life and all that. I was just like,
Shout out
These
that
guys are
man.
insane. You see,
They even did something where what's his name, Toby Bakre, because Toby Bakre was playing their song, that song
Ajoke
there,
from
Yeah,
Ajoke.
Ajake, yeah, from
Yeah.
Nigeria.
So yeah,
those guys are really push because it's the
Oh, wait a
same
minute. On Nigeria,
circle of
yeah.
Oladapo, Kazis, Fortune, P Prime,
Kazis.
Shenzi. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
those guys, and
Yeah.
I think it's I this is not an artist bias, but if you can only see what is amazing when it is the most popular, I think you need to check yourself because those guys
Voila.
are
No,
insanely
they
No,
good.
actually
I
So
hear what you're
good,
saying.
so good that the people that you do roots for call them to come and write for them and make records.
Yep.
yeah.
So like
That's
Oh yeah,
facts.
they
we
did a whole
recognize
thing on there. They did a whole thing on their page showing the
and
people that
he
they've
said
written
something
for,
in an
produced
interview that
for.
like
Yeah, man.
sorry to interrupt you. I think they are going they have a placement on Adekunle Gold's next project
Mad.
because
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
so
They've produced, they actually, if you even go to their Spotify, you see like everybody, they've done stuff for Rema to
Oxlade, Mint, tons
Oxlade
of new
to,
records.
actually, they
Reminisce.
mentioned that like Oxlade is the
Yeah,
one that introduced them
DND
to a
and
lot of people.
intoxicated. That's
Yeah,
mad. Oh.
Reminisce. Like,
yeah.
think who do you want to think of?
Yeah.
All
So
of them, they
whoever
say
you can
Kazi
think of, they've
supremacy.
written for the people, they've produced for them, they've
Bro, they've talked
sang
about being
with
in
them.
sessions with Loj and how
Yeah.
amazing Loj is and like some other stuff like
Mad,
that.
man.
Yeah.
Listen
Dope.
to the
Shout out to
Kazis
Kaziz,
today.
man.
I
Then
will check them out. I will
Shout
check
out
them
to the
out.
Kaziz, bro.
After you check Goa, check Teleport.
Anyway.
I will. I
Nice.
will definitely.
Yeah, man. There's still a lot of activity this week, man. A lot of activity this week. We have our two of our goats tapping into international spaces. One of them was with Wizkid, David Guetta, and A7S. Our record is called Lighter. Has anyone tapped in yet? The Wizkid, Lighter, A7S. Oh, you guys are going to air Wizkid
No,
drop?
Whiskey
Yeah,
is
yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
I know
Is
you
it the
guys.
song they said
I know you all be airing,
His
but
verse was too short to be memorable, I beg.
yeah. To be honest, it was underutilized, even though it still made like a good impression. But
He's actually.
yeah,
He said the verse is too short to be memorable. The verse is short, quite alright, but it was
the verse is
memorable.
short, but it
Is
was
is
good.
actually, in fact, it's actually the best in the record because immediately it just sort of ended abruptly. But I loved it though. I think that it's a nice record.
Yeah, man.
It's not a terrible record. Yeah.
Ed
But yeah.
Sheeran was a writer on this record, right?
Oh, he's a writer on it. He's credited.
Let me confirm. I think it
I
was.
don't
I
know.
remember seeing something around Ed Sheeran for this song, Sha.
I'm even shocked with the
Yeah, he
lyrics
is,
itself.
he is. He's one of them.
Oh, he's a writer on the
He's a
record.
writer on the
Yeah,
song,
okay.
yeah. Ed Sheeran is a writer on the
Oh,
song.
okay.
But yeah, shout out to the A7S guy. The production had some Afro like lean a bit.
Yeah, some Afro leaning production.
And then A7S did like a small Wizkid like
Bro,
coded
it wasn't small. It
impression.
wasn't a small whiskey that bro, that nigga beats his whole style. Like,
Yeah, he
it was
definitely
like he studied him and he was like, oh, I can do
yeah.
Afro now. It's kind of like when you have inspiration. Like, it's
For
not
sure.
original to him, but
You can hear the Wizkid inspiration for it. It's probably why they probably called him up for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Another of our fave to show up on a global or at least on an international feature is for the F1 album. F1 the album, the soundtrack for the movie that has Damson Idris. Who else is in it? I think Brad Pitt. Okay.
yeah,
Brad
that's a
Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And Javier Bardem.
Shout out to them. But yeah, man, there's a Burner record. Has anyone tapped in? What are we
Yeah, I
saying?
had the record.
Yeah, it's good.
It's a good. But do you want to go first?
Oh no, I was just gonna say it's very good. Plus, it was the music video I was talking about earlier.
Don't let me
Yeah,
down
the
yet.
music video is hard.
Done.
I've not seen the music video, but I saw some snippets of it. It looked crazy.
So the somebody said something about like Burna does not know the meaning of dialogue boundaries, and I'm like, at this point, I'm not surprised. I'm just expecting the music, right? But the song was a good song, but it wasn't only Burna that was like on the project. There was Darko, there was a Bong Jaya, there was Mr. Easy. Mr. Easy took the
Yes, that was Mr.
highlight.
It's a full album, man. That's crazy.
He went back to the Mr. Easy of 2014 and 20
Shut
when.
up. Was it Pom
Not
Pom?
not that far back, not that far
Was
back.
it Pom Pom,
But
Mr.
Not
Easy?
that far back, but yeah.
it is an
But
I
yeah.
Life Mr. Easy, and you know
Okay.
like what that sounds like the Ghanaian I Life Mr. Easy. That's
Oh, that's fire. There's
yeah, so
Daku
it's
on
fire.
this. There's
There's
Obongjaya.
Yeah, Darko.
but okay, I know we mentioned Afrobeat artists, but like there were like moments I like to like the Ed Sheeran moment, not necessarily because it was a surprise, but because if you know Blow from one of the collaboration projects with the rock record with Bruno Mars, that's kind of like the vibe driver. Like there was the record with Rosie, who's as like Blackpink, you know, insane vocals and all that. P
Mad.
and yeah,
Mad,
it's
man.
just Ray too was on the
There's
project.
Ray on this. That's
Ray,
sick.
yeah,
Red's song is very good. I even think that Red's song on the album to me is like the best
Bro, there's that Spanish
actually.
guy, Mike Towers as well.
Mike Tower, yeah. You know what's
Yeah.
interesting? I've never been able to get into Mike Tower, but this was like a
I
very
know Lemmy
cool.
Yamal loves him. Like Lemmy Yamal dies by by Mike Towers.
Fair enough.
That's
Well, I didn't
pretty
know from
much.
the same country.
Yeah. I'm saying it's just a
I
fan.
like the mix. I like the mix of the album though. The album has like almost everything, and I think that the reason why sort of they had to, because the actor, one of the actor, his character is from South London and stuff like
Right.
that, and I think that they try to blend that music like so that to have that whole feel to make you feel like okay to represent where that guy is from, which is the South London character which Damson plays, and that's where he's from originally too. So yeah, stuff like that. It
Chris
makes sense.
Stapleton. Jeez.
So you think also because Damson is Nigerian, they also have like Nigerian records.
Yeah, no, obviously, yeah, South London, yeah, the whole thing. You
No, I'm
just,
talking like the
I think,
Mr. Easy record is like pure like African music.
yeah, obviously now because you get, most black, how like what's the word? Most how will I put this thing up? Most of the black people now in South London and stuff, Afrobeats, whatever, African songs go they in their like their household and whatnot,
Yeah.
sort of
Okay,
Of course.
Peckham and Co. Yeah.
that was not
So I
how I
think
saw it though, but like it's calm.
Okay. Speaking
I
of
Yeah, that's not exactly how I saw it at all, Jerry.
fair enough, fair enough.
The only thing I wanted to
you
say
got to fit
about that particular. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, you guys
I'm
are talking about each other.
speaking.
Oh,
Anyways, I think that what's it called? Dako's record. Um, obviously, very much Afrobeat. Very not even Afrobeat. It's very much Afrobeat record.
Yeah.
I feel like Dako is having a run, as in relatively the biggest run of maybe life or career or whatever. The run is insane.
Ginger,
And I
we're
think
losing
that,
your audio a bit.
can you hear me?
Much better now.
All right. I said I feel like Dapo is on a crazy run. I think that scoring a feature on this album too
Yeah.
is dope for her.
Great look.
Yeah,
Great
and
look.
it's off the bat of Afrobeat. I just want to put this out there. I don't want to wake up one day and I say I took time to say something like I'm not Afrobeat artist or something.
Yeah. Of course not.
You go enter one chance because when you were doing that whole UK thing, it didn't work until you started tapping half Afro beats full time and then it started working.
Yeah.
And it was happening every goddamn day.
Speaking
Anyways,
it's still okay for her to come out. It's
anyways,
still okay for. Sorry, man. There's just one thing I wanted to highlight. About the Burna record.
Yes.
There's just one thing I want to highlight. I'm just trying to highlight that this guy has dropped 6 songs in the last 8 months, and none of them is actually of the same genre.
Like, is your point?
It's called
Like none of them.
Is your point that Burna is versatile?
From EDM to Brazilian folk,
of course,
to normal Afrobeat,
of course, it's
roots
Burna.
reggae, like 6 different songs and 6 different genres.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's Burna Boy.
Why is that guy thumbs in down?
Wait. Okay, relax.
But even P Square's album has different genres.
I know.
Like P Square has R&B, rap, Afrobeat, like so I'm saying.
Fly upstairs.
That's what Afrobeat is actually a mix of every genre.
Yes, it is.
An artist doing everything is not. That's what Afrobeat's about. There's no one genre that's Afrobeat because Your Mouth is different from Wizkid. but they're all doing the same
Exactly.
thing.
So there's nothing like Afrobeats now. There's Afrobeats.
No, that's what Afrobeats is. That's really the name. Like a
it's
fusion.
yeah,
Afrofusion.
it's a
That's what it is.
fusion. It's a
Afrobeats.
fusion. But yeah, man.
Anyways, I was talking about the record. I wanted to talk about the record before he what's it called chimed in. Anyways, the Burna record, right? I
Yes.
feel like the Burna record, EDM, very much EDM. Anyways,
Yeah.
but I think there's a part in the I don't know if it's the chorus or something. It kind of like sounds a bit off, but it
If
kind
you
of
don't have a
landed
negative
later.
comment, will you survive? Then
Okay,
Oh my
okay, let's
God,
move on. Let's move on. Let's
hey,
move
all
on,
these
man.
fans,
Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on.
these fans. So I can't wait. I can't have my own take on the
Sorry,
record. I don't
Ginger, go
understand.
ahead. Ginger, go ahead.
if you don't have a negative
Ima,
comment,
please.
Ginger,
Ima,
mute your
please.
mic.
combust this
Ima,
guy.
please. Let
Fans,
him finish
bro.
his thoughts, please. Jesus.
Oh my God.
Please finish your point.
As I was saying there, I feel like I feel like that part where he kind of like where he was taking the chorus, don't let me down. That was like how the voice was going, the octave of that part wasn't landing really well. But anyways, in all, it's a good record.
Okay.
I think that works EDM wise. It works. I want to see where it places in the film
Right.
when I finally go to the cinema to see it. I want to see where they place it in the film if it works right in the film and stuff like that. But yeah, good one for Afrobeats. Everybody scores or wins big
Everybody wins,
when
man.
stuff like this happen. Yeah.
Cool stuff, man. I want to talk about another record that I really enjoyed. Well, there were two other songs I really enjoyed this week. Bayani and King Madi. They had a record called Namipa, I think. Is that how you say it? Namipa. It had a compa type production on it. And again, it was still going off of that King Madi thing that we've been talking about and how she's been appearing on features and obviously showing different aspects of her artistry as well. This was just another moment to see her in that I really enjoyed. So yeah, man. Anyone tap into that record yet? Bayani, King Madi?
Fire song.
Fire
Hope it does
record.
well for them.
Very cute.
Cute record, man. Another cute record that depends on how you say it. Gabsy and Fireboy collaboration. So much sense.
Yeah, that's a jam too.
Did anyone tap in, bro? Cause that's
It's a jam.
No,
that's my
I
jam,
did. I
bro.
thought it was cute. That's all I
That's my
thought.
jam, bro. It's nice to see Gamzee, man, active and collaborating at least with people outside of his sphere, you know what I mean, of collaborations. We love Melvito, but yeah, sometimes. But in essence, this was still a Gabsy type record. Fireboy just fitting nicely into a Gabsy universe. And it worked. It absolutely worked, man. That bounce on that hook is fire. But yeah, man, that's another one from new music this week. That was fun. Anyone care for? I don't know why this is here. Anyone care for? Oh, actually, scratch that. Sarahim dropped another banger.
Earlier when Dante said, so I think it was Dante that said it, or maybe it was
Yeah,
TVN that said
it was
it.
not. It was me.
Something
It was
about
me.
how like they said that
Wait, why was that
how they
reaction?
said that it was that rich
Yeah,
man's son that
people
drops
were
it.
hit. Yeah.
If
That's
somebody be saying
exactly
now the
what I
word
feel
inspire,
like.
now inspire Sarah
Has anyone heard it?
cultural impact.
I mean, as long as he didn't say eleganza is a banger, we're good.
Wait, he changed the lyrics
Eleganza is a banger. Now you were saying elegant. He said eleganza in the record
in the
now.
snippet, right? I remember him dropping a snippet of this song, but I haven't heard the full
Ginger, have you
record.
heard the song?
That's it.
What you talk?
No, don't
Dante.
do that. Don't do that. Man, don't do that. Ginger, have you heard the song?
Have I heard the song?
Yeah. Because you
Yes, sir.
said. Okay, so you said that in the song.
Wait, no, wait. They talk say for the song. No. Now the system that they talk about, the one on
Okay.
TLO. I not talk about the song.
Yeah, that.
No, me, I haven't heard it. What I was saying was that as long as he didn't say eleganza is a
Yeah.
banger.
Wait, so what did he actually say?
He said Ed shoulders, knees on toes.
Yeah, it was a very nursery school rhyme
Yeah,
thing.
I'm still on what's BBS. So like
Oh yeah.
that's where me I am
Gotcha.
for him.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I'm still because there was this freestyle thing he did. I don't want to say too much on him, but like he was in like the vehicle and he was rapping basically a freestyle. We're clowning him, but this man was finding pockets. There was a part that was saying Barbele, something Barbele, and I'm like, he understands like okay, that's like criticizing myself is like a toddler that let out to rap. That's what I try to do. But he has something, and I hope he can maximize it from the point of like, oh, I can make music sound
Got
good
it.
this way.
So yes, my
Wait, let me land. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Um, I can focus on like the skill aspect, and then I can make music sound good this way with this sound that people are trying to be like is a joke thing. Do you understand? Like I
Yeah.
wish he does that rather than do the I'm gonna do whatever and it's gonna fly.
Well,
That's what I don't want. I like when like I can even if I'm not trying to think like the music is something I'm overly trying to process, I can still see your personality and I can still see that you're trying and
yeah.
there. Do you grab? Like
Yeah.
everybody can think you're a joke, but like I'll definitely be like I can hear what you're trying to do.
Oh yeah, I said it
So
with bad bitch syndrome. Like
yeah.
yeah,
That's where I want it
yeah,
to go, not
there's things that you can obviously clown, of course, but there are still layers upon it where it's like this
and
is
there even the hook of like credit Allah and like credit Allah, credit like it's just kind of like oh okay I'm trying to tap into whatever phrases popular in like the Nigerian ecosystem right now.
I make
Passing
anthems. Yeah.
Lua MP either Lua MP4 MP3
Mm-hmm.
to that's to like the project. It's funny sorry the song I heard the song but I didn't realize Lua was on the song and then I listened I was like oh Lua is there and yeah
Yeah, man.
but I don't like when people act like it's the worst thing that happened to music. That's
Yeah,
not.
bro. Anyway, Ginger, do you want to say something? Ginger?
In all honesty, yes, I want to say something. In all honesty, this whole tag and the idea that let us be watching it, he will continue when he does this. Will
So,
continue, he will not get better or he will not become this thing. Nah lie, nah lie. Make we know the let's stop sugarcoating this whole thing.
Okay, that is
No
not what I
honesty.
wait,
said,
wait,
but
wait, wait, let's let Ginger speak. Yeah.
I'm not talking to Dante. Wait, Dante, I'm not talking to you. You might feel it's you. Take it. If it's you, now you. But me, I'm just speaking generally because that was the case.
What?
That was the case when it was doing credit alert, credit alert. But
Mm-hmm.
this syndrome worked because at least it had a bit of call and response and it went viral. So it was like virus syndrome, to go crazy. It kind of has a bit of stuff like that that could work. But every other plus the sample, right?
Mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
what's it called? The P
The P
square
square
sample,
finale
yeah.
sample, yeah.
Do you get? So that works. That's a familiar ground.
Mm-hmm.
But the credit alert, bank alert, repeat them like gazillion times, and it's not even rhyming, it's off beat. I don't understand it. Then this one I listen to, what's it called? Head, shoulder, knees, and toe. Something. Then I'm like, bro, no, now, come on. What are we doing?
Right.
What are we doing? If it's yes, I want to be making music just for, and just obviously that's what he's doing. He's just doing it for obviously what's it called? And there've been rich kids that
Shock
have done
value.
music though, and those guys have done them in like they find at least good pockets. They sounded good in various ways. PRE, I can list a lot of rich kids that have done music in Nigeria.
Ozzy Bosco?
PRE, I think Ozzy Bosco, was it Rich Kid? Okay, yeah. Maybe Ozzy Bosco, yeah. Maybe Ozzy Bosco. But
Ginger, I'm
I'm talking
struggling.
about like
Like, are you serious right now? You think Ozzy Bosco
I don't know.
was someone that
I
found
don't
the
know if he's a rich
pockets?
kid. Not for a pocket. He didn't find any pocket, no, not Ozzy Bosco. I'm talking about like yeah, I'm talking about big artists that were known that were rich and maybe some of these other niggas in how will I put it, the LOS and Co and everybody. Those ones are on point guys and what's it called? Down to the guys who moved your testing to
Right,
a
right.
better this thing. Yeah. So
Okay.
those niggas were better at rhyming and stuff like that. And it was working and
Okay.
you could connect with that. But this almost how far now?
Alright,
You
alright.
know,
Points
David found
made.
a pocket and connected with everybody.
Points made.
So find that pocket.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, man. I don't know, man. Did Daku drop a project finally?
Yeah, she dropped the project.
Yeah, she dropped her summer EP.
Okay,
She
so
has a
now
record with Big Sonny there.
she's consolidating the run of samples, right?
Yeah.
Finally.
Put all of them in one project.
Finally.
Nice time today there.
Finally.
And then
it
the
looks as
video, she dropped the video of
Bro, this is what I
what's
was
called Nice.
Yeah, this is what I was screaming for, man. This is what I was screaming for. But I mean, cool that she has like I thought she would make it a full-length album, but this is cool too.
Yeah, I'm glad it's an EP.
Yeah. Did she? What's the name of the Nice record? The Gongasa reference record. What's that one called?
Let me find the name. I'm happy for her. She did well. It's not a bad.
Was it like
project.
that? No. Like, it can't be like that.
No, it's
Oh yeah, like that. Like that was a record that I dropped already.
No, it's called. Where is it? I don't remember. What is it?
I thought it was
I don't
Options.
remember what it is. Anyway, the point is it your number? I think it's your number. It might be your number.
Yes, it is. I just checked it out. Yeah, it is your number.
Yeah. That's the one.
All right.
It's cute. I'm happy she put everything on the same project.
Yeah, man.
The one I need to get is the one with Victoni.
It's called Psycho.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I'm not
So,
sure.
is that a fresh new song? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a fresh new song or?
I think that's one of the newer ones.
Okay.
There's probably one
I've never
or two
heard
other ones
Stay.
on there.
I think Stay might be new. Stay or Options. Okay, wait. Is Options? I don't know. But
Options I've not heard before. So she has Favorite Girl with Rema. She has Right Now with Davido and Russian.
The song list is Like That, which we've heard. She has Stay and Psycho, which are I think new ones.
Focus on Me, she has Strong.
And then Focus on Me, that's the P Square one. Your Number is the nice one. Options, Favorite Girl with Rema, and then she has the Right Now song with Davido and Russian.
Yeah. Anyway, lots of samples, interpolations here.
Wait, the Right Now, Davido and Russian is the one. She has released that song before now. Something.
Yeah, she has. But has anyone tapped into the new songs? Yeah, has anyone tapped into new songs? What's the Nice record sounding like? I didn't hear that one yet.
I like that one. It sounds like Gongwaso. If you want to know what the Nice record sounds like, it sounds like Gongwaso. Like, I don't know what to
But did she show up though? Did she make it her own?
She was good. It was every typical Darko thing where like after the chorus she kind of disappears or something. What was interesting though was that for this one she had she didn't only have Nice in the video. She had what's his name, the producer. What's his name?
Wow, ID Kabasa.
My brain just froze.
Wait, ID
Kabasa.
Yeah, ID Kabasa. My gosh, my brain froze. Yeah,
he was in the suits too. He was in the suit, like the Men in Black suits. Like they look ready. And it's such a crazy cosign to have both the producer and the artist of the song.
And the artist.
Like that's the crazy thing about what she's been doing is I guess she's been flexing.
I know the craziest thing. Even the record she has on this F1, they put her record is in the movie itself. Like the scene where Johnson is driving.
Right.
It was her record they were playing.
Is the movie out? Which is a stupid question to ask, but I'm guessing it is, right? That F1 movie. Is it like out?
The F1 movie.
Yeah.
I think July or something. I'll be well.
Oh, okay.
This July now, yeah. I think so. But there are cinematic dub that's already out though.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Alright.
So people are already dropping clips.
Alright, cool. But anyway, man, shout out Daku on that one. Are there any other exciting drops? Oh, Ashake and J-Hus. I didn't touch that.
Oh yeah, that
record.
Ashake and J-Hus. What was that? What was that like? I
would believe J-Hus when he drops a project.
But is it a summer anthem? Is it gonna get the
Come on,
Get us
Adams.
out.
Nah,
A
bro. It's
strong word.
not.
It's not.
It's not.
Summer
Damn.
It's
anthem
not.
is a strong
Ima
word.
is not. Is not. It's not that
Damn,
kind of
yo.
record. I think that maybe this is me, but I have to say Ashake's versus maybe that he has been dropping in recent time has not been
Oh,
has
so
not
this was not
been
a good show out for Ashake
landing.
too.
Is that?
So this was not a good show out for Ashake. Is that what you were saying?
Um. Okay, so this one I'm indifferent. This I wouldn't say is bad, and I wouldn't say is the greatest thing after Sungba or sliced bread or whatever. I'm just saying, but this is just in the middle for me. Yeah, it's not the. I wasn't going crazy. I say, oh, Ashake is bang bang bang. No, but yeah, he's just there, literally. But
Okay.
I'm saying even prior to now,
Again,
like prior to this record, prior to this one, the verses has been dropping. Even with the one in Olamide's the 99 record, he had the weakest verse on that feature. So yeah, I don't think that
see,
he's been
on,
he's been
on
dropping probably the best verses thus far.
All right.
on the jails, and Ashake, I mean, I just want to say something to what Ginger just said. Like we've always been saying on this space that music opinions is actually, passing because right now, to me, this Ashake verse is like the best Ashake I've heard in a very long
In a
while.
long time,
And the
maybe.
reason why I've been playing in a long time for real, the reason why I've been playing that song is because of Ashake and his
Man.
attack and approach to the song. So I'm actually that's why I had to like on mute because I thought everybody would say the same thing. And it's not just me, a lot of persons are where I stay right now. Anytime they are the Hawks, they are playing the songs. They really like the song. So I find it surprising that people are not talking about it. But yeah, like I said, music it's music. A lot of persons find it nice. A lot of persons will find it otherwise. Yeah.
For sure.
I
Real quick.
actually wanted to know what Taj had to say about this record.
I don't think Taj is here. Oh, is he here? Anyway, Taj, you've been
I
summoned.
don't know. I don't see him.
But yeah, man. If that's the case, still wrapping up on new music. Runtown dropped a project, Sound God Fest Volume 4. I hope you guys haven't given up on Runtown, right?
I
We
haven't.
don't
That
we
sounds
don't
like
give up since.
projection. That sounds like projection.
And that's why I'm saying I hope you guys have not.
Well, me, I
Oh,
don't give up since.
Wow, okay, so people have given up. Got you.
I didn't
Man,
give up.
man.
Wait, why
Wait,
people
Taj is
giving
back.
up?
Oh. Not be Taj voice be
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Taj say
that's
don't give up.
yeah.
Taj, what are you giving up on?
I'm
That's
giving
just
up
giving
on
up on Ice Prince. That's just giving up on Runtown.
Taj you say giving up on Runtime, giving up on everybody.
no,
that,
but
Taj,
but
But
is there
Ice
but
Prince's
anything Taj
but
project
is
was
see,
not
not
giving
bad
up
no,
now.
on?
Nigeria fans are wicked. Every week people will shout for Runtown's music. Every week they
bro,
play that
that's the
boy
I
funniest
Max.
shit,
wanted to say
bro.
to I wanted to say to Dante, it's not projection. Like I hopped on a space. I've hopped on couple spaces in recent time where people are saying things like me run down come on for day. He thinks we're waiting for him to drop music every time. Like I've heard it.
It's not Dante that said so,
No,
Nathan
no,
talk
no,
so.
no, no, no,
I
no,
know,
no,
but no, wait,
no,
real
no,
quick. For a
no.
while,
Wait, wait,
people
wait.
people treated him
Wait,
people
Ima.
treated him like Frank Ocean, that he wasn't dropping. For a while, people thought like
No, no,
a lot of people
don't,
thought he was
don't,
not
don't do
dropping.
that.
A lot of people
No.
thought he was not dropping. They were like clamoring for
Yes,
more
a lot of
music,
people
but the
asked
music
for
was
his
there.
music. I don't think they treat him like Falcon. That is
I
extreme.
always say I'm obviously like you
Nah,
know
that is extreme.
no, but
And
like
for Avi, it wasn't like that was like an inside thing because Ima has like today he's like, oh, run town. And it's the worries like, yeah, I do like I don't think
no, I
I don't
have a
think
lot.
Ima
No, me and Runtown is
Ima's
Okay. So
it's a
context,
pendulum
please.
situation. Yeah, it's a
context
pendulum.
is the live stream. Context is the
Yeah,
live stream. So
yeah.
yeah,
No, but he dropped a
yeah.
song. He dropped one of my favorite songs from his previous album,
Yeah, Dangerous Heart.
"Dangerous
It's one of my
Heart."
favorite. It's
Um,
top three from that
I
project.
love that song.
and he
See
just
that song,
and
Dangerous
it
Hearts.
randomly disappeared a while back from DSPs, but it's nice to know that it's back up in this new
I
project.
wonder what happened. Maybe clearance.
Maybe Clarence, yeah, but yeah.
My own thing about Runtown is that, and I've come to that conclusion. The idea of Runtown new release is more interesting and it feels so good that
I disagree.
Than the
the new
actual
release
record.
itself. Yeah.
So the idea of new runtime music is
The
better.
idea of it,
I heard that.
it's
Actually,
better
I want
than
dive
than.
into that.
I
What do you
completely
mean?
disagree.
Nah, what does it
I
mean?
mean, yeah,
Do you mean like people? Is it nostalgia? Do you think it's
Yeah.
nostalgia?
I feel like it's nostalgia. It's the expectation.
Yeah,
It's
it's who he
the
was.
you know
I
what
disagree.
Runtown can do, but at the end of the day, when you listen to it, you feel like this is not what I'm expecting
Yeah. Yeah,
in
Okay,
man.
see,
it's
everybody had
just
their
that.
expectations when I go there, all right.
Bro,
Walai.
it's
I
okay
don't
to
think
have expectations, bro.
no, it's fine, it's completely fine. But once again, you guys will be fine. Um, Run, I don't think it's the worst thing. This is like it dropped. I actually like some songs
Okay,
on
which
this
record?
project. Like it's calm melodies. I like the Bay. Is it Bebe record?
Interesting.
Yeah, I like that. The melody is like pretty straight. Like I never expected Rundown to do too much. And Rundown has this thing that I can only consider daring. Sometimes it might work, sometimes it doesn't. Whereby the way his voice is very aware. It's like a Joe boy. Yeah, he's aware of how to utilize it. But then he now approaches certain vocal structures and melodies that you would give to like a prominent female singer that really knows that, particularly
That's
female
my thing.
that really knows how to use her voice. You
But
got
that's my thing with this. That's my thing with this.
no.
Runtown.
I'm saying I recognize how people can have issue with that.
Yeah,
I can see it,
yeah.
but then I
That's
am
my thing.
now from the angle of the fact that you're even trying. I'll give you kudos, but like sometimes
Nah, the
it doesn't
execution
work all the
is
time.
not. Yeah, it doesn't work. It didn't work for the
Yeah,
new songs that I got to hear.
I think that was what happened on the intro. I don't think it was the worst thing though. I think I've heard songs that I'm like, yeah, I'm not really there. But yeah,
And it's probably from Runtown in recent
Bruh,
times.
no, yeah.
I can't even bring myself to listen to a runtime project. Like I can't. I know I'm going to be frustrated.
I tried the first three
Bro,
records, man.
there's a way he even sings nowadays that it just sounds so like annoying. Like,
Yeah, this how.
bro,
That's
it's
the
like the
thing.
guy just sounds like the delivery's annoying. Like it's like guy
Is
like
it that things
you
I
like
know melody?
I agree.
Yeah, man. It's not. It
Is it
doesn't
that
work.
things I
Like
know melody?
not necessarily, but things I know
Like the
is a
inflection.
no. But things I know is
Did you notice things
properly
I know inflection
executed
too?
though. Things I know is definitely well done. Like, but what we're seeing here is just the melodies are just lazier. They just sound a lot like it's like he's leaning so far into that nonchalant like type of delivery, and it's like it just sounds sleepy and when the production
it
too is
doesn't
very very rich and lively, you just see him come with a very it's just
is
dull.
it
It just feels
and I
dull,
think that
man.
you can tell he's looking at
Boring.
it as style because
Yeah.
like because like it's the same issue I have with Malik Berry. Like I just hated when Malik Berry sang on that project. Like Malik Berry cannot sing like just sing fluently. Like he's trying to like elongate certain you know like when you meet an American they try to add O to every statement. It's like he's trying his best to try to sound away. Like
Yeah.
it's just like Ronald's singing though is annoying. Like it's like you're frustrated at what he's singing at you. It's like he sounds slow.
Yeah.
Like he sounds slow. He sounds
Yeah.
delayed.
This
Yeah.
Like we could have. I know everybody can have their own personal opinion about this, but personally, I think London has the hardest opening line for an Afrobeat record,
Which
and
is
that is now spoil we spoil. We know the thief getting money couple with.
Wait,
Okay,
that's
now
Unleash, right?
spoil is spoil, not a thief.
That's Unleash, right?
yeah,
That's
I think it's
unleashed.
Unleashed.
Yep,
Nah,
that's
that's
on
unleashed.
leash.
Yeah, that's a
Bro,
Yeah,
genre.
man.
I didn't. I feel like I didn't get that line until like months later, like years later, and I was like, you know what? This man absolutely burnt the kitchen. He didn't want any other person. Maybe maybe he burnt it also that he didn't go back to cook well. But yeah, that line will forever be like Hall
Cool.
of Fame number one for me. Yeah.
Nice. All right, man. New music. We're
Did you
rounding
listen
up.
to Ice Prince album?
No, I have not. I have not listened to
Ah,
it.
okay.
Is
The Ice
it
Prince and
and
what's it called?
chopsticks?
Chopper. Yeah,
Oh,
I loved it.
I heard
I,
something. Okay, let me not do that to chopsticks because I heard the Young Girl. I'm not going off of the Young Girl album, but I definitely want to hear.
no, it's not the young girl. Oh
Yeah,
no, it's the one
no,
with Ice Prince. You
yeah,
got the
yeah,
young girl.
I need
Ice
to check
Prince
that
what I
out. I
listened
need to
to.
check that out. I keep forgetting to. But
Emma,
yeah,
Emma,
Young girl don't change name now to Yardman. But if you listen to the Ice Prince one, it's really
yeah.
good. He was really like he was rapping and he had some like very nice bars, some good choruses. I think the only one that I didn't like was the Bella Shmurda feature. Bella didn't really land well in this one. It was not my best Bella outing. And usually I like
That's
Bella normally,
crazy.
but
Bella doesn't
yeah,
miss for me
I
though.
like
Yeah,
me
but that's
too,
crazy.
bro.
Yeah.
Trust me, me too. I mean, like I like Bella gone, but this one you didn't land for me per se.
Fair.
But yeah, but you need to listen to it. You like some of the tracks
Bro,
on
there's
there.
TMO
I
here.
think it's really good. What do you say?
There's TMO on that. TMO is on that record with Bella.
Yes, no, no. Anyway, you see Ice Prince, you must see TML because of Dapper.
Yes.
Wait, really? Wait, is that
I
a
know it
thing?
sounds like a crazy
It's Dapper
correlation,
now.
but there is a correlation there. Like wherever you see Ice Prince, you see TML. He's on not TML has been on like the last 3 Ice Prince projects.
That's actually
Yeah,
crazy.
I think
Yeah,
they've been working.
now
Yeah,
that
they've
I
been
think
working
about it.
together
Yeah, they've been working
because
on.
I think it's Dapper that's distributing for Ice Prince too now.
I mean, that wasn't that his manager at some
Yeah.
point?
Oh
Abi?
yeah,
Oh, was it his
it
manager
was.
at
I
some
think
point,
so.
Oh,
Seth?
for real?
I remember.
Yeah, it was.
I
It
remember
He
was.
had
something
a thing
like
with
that.
Empire too, Seth. He said it. He
Dapper
said it
was
on the space.
Dapper,
He had a thing with
Dapper,
Empire.
we
That
know
has been
Dapper from
around
Ice
then.
Prince now. Like that was, I
Yeah, I
think,
also know Dappa from My Prince.
yeah, that's how we know Dapper from Ice
That's
Prince
true,
before he
actually.
became
God, I
so.
forgot. I completely wiped that out of my like. You know where you see someone do one thing then and you don't know it's like the other person, the same person that did the other thing. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Like Ice Prince and that very
No, trust me. There's
definitely.
a lot.
You
I feel like on recent, there's been a lot of plot twists when you realize that Kella is signed to Mr. 2K. You start realizing that many funny things are happening.
Wait, who
Wait,
decided to Mr.
Stella is
2K?
signed to Mr. 2K.
Tell is signed to Mr. TK.
Yep.
Sorry,
Mr.
who? Oh,
2K.
Chella. Yeah. I
Two
remember.
Yeah,
I know
when you
this.
start
Yeah.
the
the one
amount
that
of
had the
the
beef
amount
with
of
Burna
interesting
Boy.
execs that are popping up is
He
hilarious.
say,
Let me say
man,
the
Yeah,
B1
man.
mix and
Sarge,
Dappa
say
too,
it
so that
again.
surprised me.
Yeah, man.
Mr.
Chella.
2K. I don't
Yeah,
believe this
Mr.
one.
2K. So Mr. 2K
This
is
one
basically
I'm
shocked
sure.
me.
Outsiders love Mr. 2K, man.
yeah, Mr. 2K basically partnered with like Budgie Crime and they worked on like that Yash na Yash. He's Mr. 2K. He's Mr. 2K's artist. Like he's actually like
Yeah.
signed artist.
Yeah.
Mad oh.
Oh,
He signed that
still
to
making
go, go,
money
go, go.
Yeah,
from
man. Anyway.
Hey, hey,
Well,
Mr.
many
2K,
many things are happening.
wait,
Don't worry.
wait, Burna, they won't bust the head at me.
He said
I
be one
mean,
allegedly.
imagine Chella featuring
Allegedly,
Burner.
that. When they don't call home, Mr. Don't talk.
Imagine Chella featuring Burner, bro. That would be a.
That would be a anime or I don't even know what it would be. You cannot
But
really.
Yo.
I think I
It
was alluding to it.
would
He
be
is
real.
one of the first people
Too
to
funny.
come through with Empire in Nigeria, apart from Wandeko.
Really?
I think he had a thing with
No,
Empire
Ashake?
before Dapper.
Wait,
No, Ice Prince.
Oh, you mean
oh,
first?
for real?
Yeah. He said it on the space, the last space we had with Ice. He said it.
Okay.
Mad, I didn't know.
Yeah, he said, yeah.
So we're starting to round up. We've almost hit our mark for tonight.
They've talked about mass projects on space last week.
Sorry, say that again, bro.
I mass projects.
I tried to talk about it, but not a lot of people were interested.
Wait, why? Wait, okay, now, why people she's not a mass project? I'm
He
sorry.
didn't shit on it. People just didn't say anything.
I don't think it's cheating.
We tried to talk
Wow,
about it.
No,
you
not
guys
people.
don't
I
understand.
haven't listened to it. Oh, me, I never hear him.
No, I've
You're not listening. You're not listening.
There's so many
Whose
listeners.
no.
project?
There are good moments.
Whose project, guys? I beg. Whose project?
Ironman.
Okay.
There are good moments, but the summary is he has a signature like melody. He's one of those artists that has definitely.
The thing is, what I was talking about is what I said when I was listening to projects is that the same thing niggas were complaining about. I do not think anybody has any right to complain on anybody's creativity. I think I should use the word complain. The same thing niggas were commenting about on his creative process. I feel like that's what's affecting his album. Every single person that we're talking about the album are saying the same thing. They find it hard to endure till the end. It's
It's a
torture.
bit,
It's
it's a
like
bit mind
you are
numbing.
listening.
It drags, but
You are
It's a
listening
bit mind numbing.
But you know what's
7
fun?
days, 8 days,
But
9
you know what's
days, the
funny?
same thing.
But you know what's funny that his production choices speak otherwise. Like his production just makes it feel like as if
Bro,
it's
you can throw it at your mouth, and you
bro. And used to do that
Bro,
same
you can
that one way.
Yeah,
You make it that
we
way.
attack it the same
exactly.
thing.
It's exactly the summary of the entire album. It was like,
But so there are like two songs.
I think Gang is the moment though.
So I think he's in a. It will take growth, Sha. He's a young guy, but I think like because there's 2 songs on here where he totally like breaks out of it, right?
Yeah.
Where like you hear verses where it's like he's basically rapping. I'm like, okay, you have this in you. There's other like now the verse on the first record, like the second verse of the first record, what he did on Gang, what he did on I think Oshimiri, like you could tell that okay, this guy has moments where he can actually break out of it. But I think what hinders him, and even though I don't agree with that Najashima Dunga, is that he wants to pass on a particular message, and whenever he wants to pass that message, it's a particular melody that comes with it.
Yes.
It like he can't.
And it feels
once he wants to
redundant
sing
and
about like his story,
yeah,
there's only one way it comes to his head.
Yeah.
And that is what he wants to sing right now. That is the message he wants. And he's a big, he comes up as a very big message person.
Yeah.
Message is really what he wants to. He wants to talk.
Yeah.
And once he tries to talk with that talk that he likes to talk, I'm not trying to say what it is, but I know they've hinted at it that he likes. They say he drill. Like suffer music.
If you like to talk about suffer too much.
Yeah, but once he wants to talk about that suffer, there's one melody that keeps coming to his head, and that's what he keeps pouring into it.
Yeah.
But on the records where he's talking about, where he even starts talking about, where he's flexing like "fuck no day for my gang go fuck no day."
That's
like
a fucking
you hear him break out of that. So till he takes his when he has outgrown this suffer head period, maybe we will get something else. But for now, like I want to say I'm in a love space. Sing about love for me, bro. Like
he has tried. Like felony even tries to. Felony even tries to.
When he made the content to the love song, it was like love something that like everybody's eyes red or something like that.
And so that's the thing. That's where his head is at right now. And I think that's why that
it's very
melody
much
keeps
like
pouring out.
Yeah. And I don't blame him, to be honest. Like that's his life. I think somebody wrote an article and they were like, you can still hear his trauma from the last project. And I'm like, that's where he is.
That's the word.
That was
it's like the trauma is the melody.
Yeah,
that's what.
Yeah, but I guess the silver lining of that is that at least the album has a statement. Like you can definitely be sure to know that this is documenting where he's at this point. Hopefully the next project might have more sentiments around it, but definitely at least for his debut project, like he has a statement. And I love artists that see albums as statements. Like you're basically saying something at the grand scheme of things.
If there's any song that I wanted to hit, was that fucking Darko record. But that's what I need, Jabo. God, that's what is a cheat code. Like, I'm sorry, like, bro, and the fact that they like Afro swinged it, I'm sorry, like, I have to give it to her and whoever fucking cooked that beat. Like, even though the beat is very like Gongwaso, but like, I don't know if they added anything because why does Gongwaso in 2025 sound like Afro swing? like I don't know what they did. That is also probably the best singing I've heard from her because I don't think she's a great singer.
Oh wait, did you like the Ashake verse on the Jiro song?
Yes, I think Ashake slid on that. I don't like that they made that part of.
You go say you go slid that, not be you.
No, Ashake tried. Ashake, and trust me, that's me that she's. I've been calling Ashake Hoyland or recent. Like his performance has been not
because
great.
On exactly his recent run has been very.
I think it's fun, but I think that has been a better effort from him. I think if anything, the reason why I don't like that song is that I don't like the chorus. I hate that they made that part the chorus. That is a gangster behind the party. So no, I wish they found a better hook. I think that's what's throwing me off about that record. But they all killed their verses though. But the chorus doesn't like stand out. Like I can't tell whether it's a chorus or it's a rap verse.
Man.
Like so that's my issue with it. I think that's the only reason why I've not loved that song. But Darko record, I thought I wouldn't like it because I'm just a Darko hater. Like bro. Yes, like
no, Taj really does not like
one of the Darko ops.
Sorry.
Anyway, man. No. There was just
my own is that she shall not wake up one day and say she's not Afrobeat. She go see the best of me that day.
Anyway,
but you know the biggest plot twist is if this song wins a Grammy and then nice music dance.
You people like to dream big.
Because people like that guy's
dream very big.
Yo, imagine.
Let me just I'll say to this space, Nice is going to win a Grammy for somebody sampling a song. At the very least, I need to be 2 songs. It's going to be either a Gongaso sample or it's going to be a street credibility sample.
Or a street credibility sample. Yeah.
Because people interpolate or sample those songs a lot. Like the amount of times I've heard Bebe Lo and all this, bro, like endless.
Those are classic songs with cultural impact, man. Anyway, appreciate you guys We've had
No
fun.
soundbite too.
We've had fun tonight. Talking about Declan Rice, talking about new music, all the greats that dropped this week. And yeah, of course, top 10 turntable. We've hit the hour mark where we say goodbye. Appreciate everyone that's able to contribute to the conversation. Definitely tap into the podcast platforms in case you would like to listen on different mediums as well. And that's about it. Appreciate you guys. Hopefully next week we are here, we are
Have a
live,
good night.
and catch up. Enjoy the rest of your week, guys. Peace.